Live, top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. I don't know if my buttons are working. My buttons aren't working. Well, let me do some quick troubleshooting. Give me a second here. We do it live, folks. Okay, got to connect the Rodecaster. Okay, we should be good now. Buttons work. My buttons still don't work. Okay, we're going to have to do it manually. Anyway, another Friday live stream. How y'all doing today? Everyone, shout out Courtney in the chat. Y'all see the title of the video. We about to watch this Louaista video. Drake, HipHop's Fakest Gangster. So this actually came out when I was, what was I doing 2 weeks ago? I was on vacation and then I was also sick. So that was just like a crazy little 2 weeks there. I got sick right before vacation. Then I went on vacation and I wasn't sick. I had COVID, right? By the time I went on vacation, went to the airport and all that, I hadn't tested positive for COVID anymore. So I was good to go. But I was still feeling the effects. Even today, I still feel the effects. Y'all hear me clear my throat, cough a little. I'm still like not fully over that. There's something going around. So yeah, this video dropped back then and I didn't get a chance to react to it. So perfect, right? So anyway, before we get into it, couple housekeeping things. And also I want to talk about that Cardi B imaginary players. Before we get into this Louaista video, I do want to talk about Cardi B imaginary players because I did do a video on that. But first, new video today. It's a Chance the Rapper album review. Yes, Chance the Rapper dropped a new album. Watch my review, 14 minutes. We talking just music, 14 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, the best part about my channel was the album reviews. I don't know why y'all watch. Everyone has their different reasons. Me personally, and I watch my stuff a lot. I watch and rewatch my own videos. My best thing is the album reviews. So I love that me and my community, we can just talk music, 15, 20 minutes, straight music. That's what this is, right? We also got a video about Drake's lawsuit. I guess he's putting Kendrick's kids in a lawsuit, or he's requesting some type of information relating to Kendrick's kids. This was so out there. I I started the video off like, yo, is this even true? I couldn't believe it. But apparently it's been reported by reputable sources. This is a thing, right? I got this video about malice and my hatred of non sequiturs. Another great video. Y'all, I'm tooting my own horn, but you know, somebody got to do it. I got a video on Doja. I got a video on Rock Marcy, Jid, Lupe. Yo, I got topics, different artists, variety. So, shout out to Just Rhymes. Yeah, #1 breakdowns. Yeah, salute. So anyway, let me get into this first. We're going to get into the Cardi B joint, right? Because I did do a reaction to the, and let me pull this up so you guys can see it as I'm talking about it. Imaginary Players, Cardi B. So Cardi B done dropped a new song where she's rapping over Jay-Z's Imaginary Players. Now, if you know hip hop, which I'm sure y'all do, Imaginary Players is one of those records, classic record. So Cardi B raps over it. It's like the same beat. They didn't remix the beat. It's just, it's literally, if we still had mixtapes, this would be a song on a mixtape. I done a reaction to it. I don't know when it's going to be out. I got copyright, so they didn't allow me to post it. I tried to appeal it. We'll see what happens. But the copyright is because of the music, right? So I'm basically in the video, I'm comparing all the bars that Cardi used of Jay-Z's, right? And I'm not going to play it because I'm not trying to get copyright on my live stream. But I will kind of play the end where I talked about my thoughts on the song. If I can, here we go. I'm sure Cardi B fans will like that. To me, that's just like a mixtape joint. I don't know if she's rolling out an album or something. I heard she was dropping an album soon. Yeah, and she is dropping an album. I don't even know if this is going to be on the album, to be honest. That's just like a joint on a mixtape. You know, if this is like the blog era, 2011, 2012. There we go. Cardi B, she would have dropped a mixtape before her album dropped. This would just be one of the songs in the mixtape. It's a fact. For me personally, the original Imaginary Players by Jay-Z, it's a classic record. It's hard to beat that. I'm glad Cardi and her team did not change the beat. Yeah. We don't want to hear you young nigga-fy the beat with hi-hats and trap drums. Yeah, we definitely don't want to hear you young nigga-fy Imaginary Players. If you're going to rap on it, yeah, keep that same beat. Just keep it the same. It's a fine beat. Facts. But the original Imaginary Players is already good enough. I'm sure the women will like this. She's talking about, you know, fashion, and she was the first rap chick in Vogue. The thing is, her flexes on her version of Imaginary Players, they not as heavy as Jay-Z's flexes. You know, your single was 99 cents, and mine was $4. Yo, those ain't, looking at his watch, those ain't Rolex diamonds, bro. What fuck you done to that? Like, it's not the same, man. It ain't the same. And she was wearing, you know, certain fashion pieces before others. That's fine. Personally, if I want to listen to Imaginary Players, I'm gonna listen to the original. Beat, even a lot of them flows. Yeah. I'm gonna go back to Jay-Z's version. I like that on the last little 2 verses, Cardi switched up her flow, like in terms of just not taking directly from the original song. Yeah, because on those first couple verses, Cardi B, she was basically not spitting Jay-Z's rhymes because she did change up the words, but it was just a carbon copy of Imaginary Players. But on the last couple verses, or last 2 verses, she did start having her own input. So I gave her props for that. That was cool. So, yeah, I get it's like a mid. This is the Cardi joint was like middle of the road. You know what I mean? I'm sure the whole female rap room crowd, and everybody, you know, the females and the LGBT, they gonna go crazy over the Cardi thing. Yeah, especially because maybe they haven't heard the original Imaginary Players. Yeah, I don't. If you've heard the original, man, like the original is just so crazy. Like the flexes on that record are unlike anything before. So I don't know if hearing Cardi's version is going to do anything, but shout out to Cardi for showing love to a classic record. I can't believe no mainstream artist has tried to remake this before, Imaginary Players. Well, this is something new for them. Cardi's flexing, but for me, I'm going to just listen to the original Imaginary Players by Jay-Z with all of his original flows. So anyway, that's all. Then I say, yeah, Cardi didn't do enough to make the song hers. It's a facelift of the original song. That's a fact, right? So I don't know if that video is ever going to get approved by YouTube. I got copyright, but yeah, I figure I'll show you guys because I spent time to make it. I figure I'll show you guys my thoughts on it. So anyway, that's where we at. Yeah, the casual sleeping we saved. Yeah, I didn't grow up with Jay-Z version. Actually, just heard it for the first time today. I like both. Yeah, so that's what I was saying at the end of the video. I know that there's going to be some people who's never heard the song, especially people who are just not super deep into hip hop, but they like Cardi. So I mean, that's great. But Jay-Z's version, that's chef's kiss. And that whole album, Volume 1, I don't even know if Imaginary Players is the best song on that album. This one right here. That's how good that album is. Like, Volume 1 got some heat on it. The Cardi vid get flagged. Yeah, it got flagged. It got copyright and blocked. So a lot of the times if it gets copyright, I just can't monetize on it. But every so often, it'll get copyright and then completely blocked. Like no one can see the video. So that's what happened. So this is why I don't do a lot of reactions anymore. Because with major artists, usually with underground artists, I'm good to go. But with major artists, it's a toss-up. So anyway, yo, Louaista Drake, HipHop's Fakest Gangster. We're going to put it at 1.25 speed because, you know, attention span, right?
Is out there, and that's mostly because he's full of contradiction. On one track, he's a smooth-talking ladies man who wants you to be valued and respected. The next, he's claiming a girl who allegedly rejected him is a 10 on mute, and claiming he's a lesbian in one of the worst bars of the past 10 years.
Yeah, he got that from Lil B. I think Lil B was the first rapper to call himself a lesbian. You know, can we search that up? What song was that? I think it was Pretty Bitch by Lil B. See, I think I'm safe to play Lil B's songs. I don't think Lil B's gonna copyright me, right? I'm a lesbian, man, only. I gotta let y'all hear it. Lil B, nickname, bass guy. Lil B, nickname, bass guy. Bad bitches, Nicki Minaj. I'm the finest bitch out. You feel me? Oh yeah, this is a classic record. Anyway, yeah, we can listen to Lil B all day. Let's get back to Louaista.
On other occasions,
Twitch reactions, do the 7 levels of rappers. We could do that after too. We could do the 7 levels of rappers.
Drake claims he's the man, before delving into the sorrow and loneliness he feels. But while these are all just artistic complexities, the one thing that everyone has truly struggled to reconcile is when Drake attempts to behave in a way that would suggest he has some real gang ties, or did dirt in the streets. While some people don't seem to mind it, there are plenty of people who like Drake for the melodies.
I actually don't know if Drake has real gang ties. I don't know, and honestly, I don't care. But he did like have some Hell's Angels or something in his Family Matters video. I mean, with these rich guys, with these rich, famous people, it would be a little foolish to suggest that they don't have any gang ties just because they appear nerdy. They could be getting extorted by a gang. And through that extortion, there is a tie. If you try to mess their money up, the people who's extorting them is like, yo, they could be like, yo, you're messing our money up also. That's a gang tie, right?
Rather than when he acts tough. So why is it that Drake is never permitted to posture in the way that other rappers—
Yeah, Lil B is a legend. Yeah, shout out bass guy. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I went to a Lil B lecture when I was in college. It was based.
Do on their tracks. And is there any way for this guy to ever be taken seriously in this light, no matter how many apparently active street dudes enter his orbit?
Guys are at school.
Yeah,
so you guys people like the group, like saying like, what are you guys doing? Say mans like you. It's really yeah. So mans like you are going to that, and then this means like a group.
Interesting.
It's not. It's
Really ignorant. Crazy.
Oh, rude. That's rude.
It's your boy Louaista, and this is why Drake is hip-hop's fakest gangster. But first, a little history lesson.
I think there's a lot of fake gangsters. There are hip-hop artists who actually claim to be gangsters who are just actually not authentic at all. We won't say no names. I'm not even a Drake person, but I'm over the Drake hate to garner views and likes. It's getting old and fast, to be honest, and I see right through it. Well, this is just a way to get views, you know what I mean? This video got almost 500,000 views. People, this is just what people like, man. This is what people like.
For those who remember the origins of Drake's career, you'll know that tough talk wasn't much of a factor on projects like Room for Improvement or So Far Gone. In truth, the harder edge to his lyrics recently commenced on tracks from his sophomore album.
Yeah, the harder edge on lyrics began with this song, Headlines. And I've done a video on this where Drake goes, yo, you gonna make me catch a body like that? The first time we heard that as a hip hop community, we was like, Drake, what are you talking about? You aren't gonna do anything, right? I done a video on this.
album, where he claimed that "you gonna make someone around me catch a body like that," leading to no end of confusion for those who had witnessed his rise as a rapper fusing R&B into his sound and broadly making music for pop audiences. And at first, it seemed like a potentially catastrophic decision.
I mean, listen, I think Drake can rap. He's a dope rapper, but
And Charlamagne used to go in on Drake back then.
when he sings, and I just think personally he's a corny guy. He's just a corny dude. In that new Headlines video, he looks extra.
You slowly become an OVO. We accept you with open arms. I just don't like their music. I don't find their music interesting for the most part. That's all it is with me.
corny. It's like, Drake, why are you thugging now? Why are you dressed all in black? Why you got on black gloves? Why you got a whole bunch of dudes around you dressed in black? And then he's singing in Headlines about catching bodies. You're gonna make me catch a body like that? You're gonna make somebody around me catch a body like that? And, you know, don't do it, because when he go to jail, we all go through it. And, you know, Drake's gonna pay it. What do you mean pay it? What, you gonna pay the bail? You gonna pay for the hit? Like, that's not you, Drake.
Especially,
Yeah, you could say that's not him, but I don't know if it's wise to suggest that he doesn't do that. Again, when you're rich and famous like this, you have the ability to do that. And also there's a chance that you're being extorted. So however you look at it, there is a tie there. I never liked Headlines. People thought I was tripping. Headlines was fire though. That's a Drake song that I do like, Headlines.
since Drake's crew at the time was mostly made up of guys like his producer 40, OVO Ryan, and Future the
Boy
Prince,
Wonder,
which are all creative minds, not street guys.
Nobody really that I've ever considered a true friend has switched up. But these, like, you know, these fly-by-night people that you just come across, they're all not to be trusted.
But when you get bigger, do you think, this is a question for the chat. So let's say you come up, you personally, let's say you come up in music and in rap, let's say specifically, and you're not associated with the streets at all. But as you come up, and it's hip hop specifically, so there's a lot of street stuff going on. Do you feel that you have to have like some sort of militia behind you, whether it's, you know, armed security or, you know, street guys? Do you think you would need to have that in order to be safe? Some people would say in hip hop, yes, you should have some type of small militia behind you. The irony in the scene where he says it just sounds ignorant. I'm pretty sure that's what he called his last tour, Drake in the Mandem. I don't think this particular list of it is vapid Drake hate though. That's more Fantastic Hip Hop. Yeah, we've watched one Fantastic Hip Hop video. There's a market for that. There's a market for that. See, me, I'm gonna go in on Drake as it pertains to music, like I always have. But the extras, I just can't bring myself to do that. But there is a market for it. No. Some people say no. It's usually rappers, crews, Tupac, for example. Yeah. Yeah, let's also get the likes up. Yeah.
And in a genre
Being
where
security and pretending to be hard is a little different. True.
authenticity is, or at least used to be, of pivotal importance, trying to portray himself as something he wasn't was a very, very big gamble. But since then, we've had everything from Drake rocking ski masks as though he's immensely about to do a drill, to lyrics like, I should probably be in there with thuggin' them, as well as spitting lyrics like, the weapons we got is some terrorist shit, like TV producers, we airing this shit. At every turn, people have struggled to buy it, and recently, his tough guy image has reared its head once more. On the
we didn't have to use the body pick though, like we could have used a ski mask pick.
Out of What Did I Miss? Whether it's the 100 guns in the music video, or his verbal spat with a passerby during a stream, or the Toronto Hoodman's cosplay came out in full effect.
So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get...
Yeah, this is a little cringy because like Drake, he's perfectly within his right to get angry. And what's happening in this scene, if you guys didn't see it, is like someone said something to him while he's live streaming. So it's live, and I guess Drake kind of shoots him down, or he puts him in check, basically. But Drake, you can do this in your regular voice. Like, you don't talk like this. You don't talk like this. That's the only cringe part. It's not cringe because he checked some guy. It's cringe because why are you talking like you're Somalian?
Came out in full effect.
So what then, big dog? Don't look away now. Don't look away now. Don't get shy now. We'll fold that up right now. Blessings. Blessings.
That's like me. I get angry and I start talking with a British accent. Think about that. I get angry and I start talking like, bro, what? This how you talk when you angry? You only need it if you acting like a gangster in the streets. If you find a Paris working on a clothing line, you don't need a militia. Right, but if you're doing business, let's say in LA, do you? I don't know. Some people would say if you don't have one, you're going to get extorted. You know, that fake handshake, like, hey, I heard you're gonna be in LA. You should hire our security so nothing happens to you. If you don't hire their security, they're gonna make sure you have a reason to hire it next time. So it's just a question. First time I heard Drake be hard was in Work with Rihanna. Really? He was acting hard in that song? That's always been the case. The street guy's back to talent. Yeah.
Considering that he's now fully immersed in the accent
It's
that he
cringe
once
'cause it
mocked
was
in front of
scripted.
some upper-class individuals, it's fair to say that, as always, most people are not buying it.
The whole trying to sound tough thing from Drake just never works. The whole idea we about to fuck somebody up. The we of it all fucks.
But that's what tough guys in Toronto sound like.
We'll fold that up right now.
By now, it's fair to say that this response to his latest attempt at adopting a hardened exterior is generally how people perceive the threat, or lack thereof, when it comes to Drake. But there are rare instances that people have
Tax
suggested
season.
he's not the one to be trifled
Yo,
with.
Tax Stone is in prison. He still be on Twitter heavy. Shout out Tax Stone. Allegedly, allegedly he be on Twitter. I mean, it's public. I'm not telling on him. He's on Twitter, man.
I'm scared of Drake.
You scared of Drake?
Certain people gotta be scared of Drake. He's not a fighter. He's not a fighter and he's powerful. He gotta be dangerous in some shape or form, fashion.
But when we're talking about him being...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tax Stone understands what I'm saying, right? So Tax is like, yo, I'm not scared of Drake physically, but he's powerful enough to where he can make something happen easily. So to like suggest that he doesn't have gang ties or street ties or something, I just don't think that is a wise suggestion. I don't think he's street himself, but he may be someone, and he's just crazy. These pictures is crazy. You would think this is AI, man. This is a crazy picture. I forgot what I was saying. We all know Drake is corny and isn't hard. Why do these YouTubers keep having the same combos? Because people want to hear the combos. It's that simple. They feed in the market that's there. That's what tough guys in Toronto sound like. Sure, which is why it sounds goofy on Drake. Shout out Bronx, he's in the chat.
a fearsome individual, it isn't this guy they're afraid of.
Roach brought me the hat that I need for the stream right here. This is my alter ego. I need the Max Wayne.
And Wayne is my favorite person to work with, though, because it's just, ooh, Lil Wayne's just too good. Ooh, Lil Wayne's just too good.
Instead, it's his ever-expanding entourage that's the problem, because these days, it's less geeky guys from the Toronto suburbs and more experts from the trenches. And at times, there has been reason to believe that they've acted like—
Let me see if I can name these people, because these are not rappers. You got Baka, right? This Baka got a weird case. You got top five, the fake top five, because I'm the real top five. And Chubbs, right? This is Chubbs. How did I do on the OVO poll? How did I do on the OVO quiz? I'm from LA, and out-of-towners venture into the hood, get them pockets round. Moral of the story, stay out the hood. Yeah, but sometimes you could just be, at the House of Blues. You could just be doing business, and extortion is rampant in LA.
Like his personal militia. When it comes down to it, the reason why they're liable to crash out is that for a lot of these guys, Drizzy is their ultimate meal ticket.
Yeah.
Some of Drake's people only eat because he feeds them. He's the reason they've got clothes, a car, and a roof over their head. And
bro,
whether
that's
they
what I'm
admit it or
saying.
not, they'd crash out for him in a heartbeat. By acting as their benefactor, Drake has instilled a will in these individuals around him that they'll remain loyal to him because when it comes down to it, he can change their life in an instant with one Cash App transaction. Always by his side yet invisible when he decides they need to be, the people that are essentially seen online as Drake and OVO's goons always have his back. But there are some people—
So Louaista understands. So just by association, there is ties right there between Drake and these more shady individuals.
feel that out of all of hip-hop, they are the least intimidating team imaginable. Drake got the worst shooters, man. All fucking dorks. LMAO. Although he hasn't always been around, one of the louder enforcers in Drake's circle these days is Canadian rapper Top 5. As a member of the
Oh, he raps. Oh, he raps. Let's take a look. Top 5 music. I didn't know he raps. He got a lot of features. Where's a song with no features? Okay, bap, bap, bap. Let's go. Fake top 5. Okay. Definitely don't want to get copyright off that. Yo, if I'm gonna get copyright, let it be off a Nas song, let it be off a K-Dot song. Wu-Tang, we not getting copyright based off the fake top 5.
Him Gang or GGG, Top 5 was co-signed by Drake, and even got a shout out on Grammys off Views.
Yeah, I remember that.
Shirt off. But despite the recognition, Top 5 stayed active in the streets alongside his brother. And after his brother was killed, he and the GGG crew vowed revenge. Top 5 even went on.
I mean, I don't know.
Despite the
man.
recognition, Top 5 stayed active in
Generic,
the streets alongside
yeah.
his brother. And after
I'm trying to see. Hold on.
his brother was killed, he and the GGG crew vowed revenge.
You know, someone said Top 5 is an enforcer. LOL. I know you're looking at him. He looks innocent. He's very short, but that doesn't mean he can't enforce. You know, I don't know him though. Trash music. Hold on. Why you say you speak in a British accent when you mad and Top 5 got slimed in the UK? I don't know anything about this guy. I just know he we use the same name. That's it.
Top 5 even went on Instagram more than once, saying he'd personally pull the trigger on whoever was responsible. Top 5 later talked about getting revenge.
Like, what is he throwing up right here, though?
Top 5 even went on.
Is that what I think it is? I don't know. I got to hear the audio to this because he was just on No Jumper, though. So I'm sure it's not what I think it is because I'm sure he would have been approached.
On Instagram more than once, saying he'd personally pull the trigger on whoever was responsible. Top 5 later talked about getting revenge for his brother on social media, and not long after, he was arrested for the January 2021 murder of 20-year-old Hashim Omar Hashi. According to police, Hashi, who was just a second-year accounting student, was killed in a case of mistaken identity.
So yeah, that doesn't make, see, and I'm laughing not at this because this is sad. You killed a college student, accounting. That's already boof enough. But then you killed him and it was mistaken identity. This don't make, like, this is not I'm not a street guy. So street guys in the chat, is this a stripe? Is this something you can go brag about? Yo, I got a body. And it's this poor kid right here who was doing right. Like, this doesn't make me scared of Top 5 as an enforcer. I don't know. Let me know. Street guys in the chat, is this a stripe? You know, because it's different if you going up against other reputables, right? I would assume, right? This is sad. RIP to this kid, man. Careful of them short dudes. Yeah, the short dudes, they be having Napoleon complexes. I had a supervisor at work one time who was short. You know what I mean? And yeah, he had a Napoleon complex, man. He just talked too much shit. So anytime he would come around, I figured it out. If I stand up when he comes, he like all that shit goes away. Once I sit down, it's like Debo. When I leave, he be talking again. When I sit down, it's different. So anytime he came around, I just stand up. Yeah, them short dudes, they be having issues, man. What does boof mean? I'm from NY. Boof, it basically means like, it's like basically not credible. It's just like some boof, you know? Soft guys with power are the most dangerous. That's what I'm saying. Drake made that one Canadian rapper disappear after he dissed him. Top 5 pressing Girl Scouts for cookies? Crazy.
Omar Hashi. According to police, Hashi, who was just a second-year accounting student, was killed in a case of mistaken identity, believed to be the man who killed Top 5's brother. And cops arrested Top 5 2 weeks later for his suspected involvement in the crime. He had a whole host of illicit substances on him, including heroin and fentanyl. Despite the prosecutors...
So I would assume he's selling it, right? Allegedly, because if you just have fentanyl on you, I don't know how you're still alive. Again, I don't know how all this works. You Drake's man and you got to sell drugs? Come on, man.
Reservations about releasing him because he was a flight risk, they were proved right, cutting off the ankle bracelet and fleeing to California before getting apprehended at a Burger King. Eventually, he was released after 3 years and cleared on all charges.
How are you doing?
An innocent man just came home, right?
Toronto rapper Top 5, whose real name is Hassan Ali, leaves court after spending 3 years in custody in connection with the killing of a 20...
Come on, man. You come from it looked like a Muslim family. They done taught you better than this. Come on. Some people just like being goofballs, though.
Man in January.
Mel, make sure y'all like the video and hit subscribe if you ain't already.
2021.
I feel like a baseball player, superstar. You know what I mean?
The case against Ali collapsed after the judge excluded evidence the Crown called crucial. That included music videos and social media posts. His defense lawyer argues prosecutors attempted to use his music against him.
What's your plan now?
I'm gonna bring every community together, stop the violence.
Oh my goodness. Drug users don't save drugs. True. True.
Positivity.
Stop the violence. Positivity.
And as soon as he was let out of custody, he immediately thanked Drizzy for paying his lawyer fee, securing him the
So yeah, this is wild. So unless this man is actually innocent, which I don't know who thinks he's innocent. I didn't read the case files, right? So I don't know if he's innocent or not. But if this is true that Drake paid for his lawyer fees and his lawyer after he killed an innocent college student who was studying accounting because he had a mistaken identity, I think that's horrible. I think that's horrible. And it's not like this is like his family member. You almost support him regardless. I don't know. Respect for pronouncing Muslim correctly. Everyone pronounces with a Z, not an S. Yes. Shout out to the Muslims.
Services of Toronto's biggest lawyer in Gary Grill. At first, Top 5 said he wanted to focus on peace, but the second that the Drake versus Kendrick beef kicked off, that all flew out the window. He quickly took Drizzy's side and even joked that the two of them would watch the Not Like Us music video together and figure out who needed to be dealt with.
I'm gonna sit down with you guys and we're gonna play Not Like Us, and I'm gonna spot every nigga in the video, including DeMar DeRozan.
Yo, what's up with DeMar? What's up with DeMar was more?
He's bogue. They traded. Whack. Whack. Nothing. Bogue, man. Nothing.
From there, he acted as if he banned Lamar from Canada as a whole.
Let me tell you something. Kendrick Lamar can't come to Toronto. I'm here.
Yo!
Kendrick ended up going to Toronto, doing a tour and performing Not Like Us, many times. Especially Top 5. He looks like the type that wore shoes that were too big for him. What? It was constantly picked on in school. Now he's overcompensating. That's very detailed, bro. Like what you just described.
Where others sat back, Top 5 took the flag and even acted like he'd kill Hit a J3, citing his previously dismissed charge as the reason why he would escape any kind of legal drama stemming from it.
Oh, J3? J3? I'm gonna give him a fade, but I'm gonna done him. I'm gonna done him. I'm gonna tell him, yo, let's do the fade, and when he comes, boom, and do it my way.
So this is how you know he's not gonna do it. If you were actually gonna do it, you would just do it. But now that you said it on air, we know you're not gonna do it because you just like self-incriminated yourself. This is just to sound tough.
I'm gonna done the guy. Yeah? The guy's talking sick. I just beat him. I feel like I'm untouchable.
However, if Kendrick was supposed to be afraid of going to Canada, he clearly didn't get the memo, as shortly after, he announced shows in Top 5 City. Still, Top 5 showed that he would single-handedly bring a halt to the June 12th show of the GNX tour, and for a little while, he had some people fooled enough to be adamant on high alert.
Do you think that Kendrick could come to Toronto and do a big show without any problem?
I don't know, man.
You know how connected Drake is in Toronto as far as with government officials and who else?
Top 5 and all these, you got wild niggas in Canada.
I need that. You and
Well, none of that happened, right? Kendrick, he came and went like it never happened. Everyone knew he was coming, pause, and it was what it was. Yeah, I hate thugs, gives me the ick. That's good. That's good that you hate them. So a lot of people make excuses. We want to get into the whole street talk, but a lot of people make excuses for him. Somebody that talks that much is a police asset. Yeah, this is not someone who's going to do anything.
Kendrick.
Like I say it again, Canada's not sweet.
You really think that Kendrick Lamar's still happening in Toronto?
Yeah, apparently he got two of them there.
That's just gonna be canceled.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking the show at the
It indeed was not canceled.
Scotiabank Arena and people not showing up to just boo him.
Can't even
He indeed booked it and nobody booed him.
trust people at the airport. Who can you really trust in Toronto?
I think everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show.
They indeed did not ruin his show.
Chance he got, Top 5 swore up and down that Kendrick wasn't going to make it out of Canada alive.
He indeed made it out of Canada alive.
Come to Toronto.
So it's real life, it's not just music.
Hey, damn right, why do you think everything's a joke? We're serious motherfucking guys.
But it seemed that his street cred doesn't cross state lines, because people on the West like Whack 100 and TDE affiliates like Smack insisted there was nothing to worry about.
Dude is nobody. Dude, come on, we watched the same dude get mushed in the face and kicked in the ass. Oh, it was only 19. I don't know when y'all come.
I've never seen that video, but Whack 100, he got his team, the exposers, they figure out everything about you. So is this word bond? I think this word is bond right here, especially when it comes to street politics. Videos of you getting beat up, doing, other type weirdo stuff. Whack 100 got the videos. Seems to always have the videos.
Come from, bro? We off the porch at 12, right? We ain't going for that. What you mean you was only 19 when you got mushed in the face and kicked in the ass? How are you supposed to be when you got the whole
Yeah, only 19 is crazy.
of a man, not allow that to happen. So, dude just do a lot of talking. Little dude, 140 pounds, do a lot of talking. Ain't nobody worried about dude.
I think he might be less than that. I think the fake top 5, I think it depends how tall he is. He seems like maybe like 5'6". And 140, yeah, man, he might be 140. Maul won't admit he was wrong. Someone has to have played that video of him saying Scotia Bank is going to be packed with people booing Kendrick. Someone had to have played that for him, and he's got to admit he was wrong. The video is hilarious. Yeah, this is comedy. Some guys took top 5 sandwich. Is that actually what happened? They stole his food? He only went to Toronto but started touring in Europe at the same time Drake was. Drake packed up, got out of Cali. Cali pressure, something serious. Yeah, that was a smart thing to do. He went overseas too.
Beef for top 5 from Toronto.
Yeah, top 5.
They're going to class whenever they meet up.
His daughters,
But I think when eventually Drake is going to do a show in LA, he's going to have his Iceman tour. He's going to drop the album and he's going to have his tour. You have to stop, even if he chooses not to stop in LA, which, how are you just going to dodge LA? He's going to do a show in LA. He's probably going to hit San Francisco, LA, and probably San Diego. And he's probably going to hit them 2 times each. I don't know hopefully it's safe, like Kendrick's was. I don't want to see nothing happen to Drake or Kendrick, right? But it's going to be interesting. But I think Drake is going to sell out his show. And I think he's going to have his fans there. There's many Drake fans in LA, San Francisco, San Diego. Hopefully everything is safe, right? Because especially if you're doing shows, at that SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and it's a lot of politics, man. Hopefully he checks in. Check in with Whack 100. You know what I mean?
It's all off the tables now. Yeah. It's off the table. You threaten us, fuck your whole family. I hope they send it to you. Everybody
gotta check on everybody. If you Drake, you gotta be extra safe coming to LA. You know what I mean? You gotta check in with everybody. Everybody. Whack 100. Who else is enforcer? You gotta check in with every single person, man.
Tag him in it, you pussy, B.
And for the most part, the public agreed. I'm from Toronto and think top 5 is a goofball. Nobody finna touch Kenny. Besides all the tough talk, footage of him wearing a bra didn't exactly help his reputation.
Yo, this is... What?
Not to mention other videos of him getting utterly punked by others in the city he allegedly runs.
You don't really know what the fuck you somewhere, dog. Stay outside, my nigga. Stay outside right now, nigga. Get the fuck outside, nigga. Get your ass booming on, nigga. Get the fuck out, boy.
Yeah. This wouldn't be funny if he didn't act like a tough guy. Like he's going to, walk around killing people, killing an innocent people. When he actually does do something, it was an innocent person. It wouldn't be funny. But because that's not the situation, it is funny.
Who is you fucking pointing at? I'll boom on you right now.
Sorry, it's not fact.
I don't go fucking fuck you talking to. You think I like you, Drake ass? Get the fuck off the street, you bum ass. Look at this. Wear flip flops, looking motherfucker. Stop you right now, dude.
Hey yo, he's cooking this guy. Hey yo, he's cooking him.
Finally pulled up to Canada, top 5 put on a whole performance, trying to force his way into the hotel like he was really about that life.
Lock off every door in the Noble Hotel. Not even cut everything off. Man bought everything. He's a bitch.
And of course,
what? What? Yo, this is a guy, he's just trying to go viral. I see his play. Bro, you at the street level trying to open the door to a hotel and it's locked. And you talking about, yo, Kendrick locked these doors. He's a bitch. Like, what?
Noble Hotel. Not even cut everything off. Man bought everything. He's a bitch.
And of course, had an altercation online with Head of J3, where he declared that, I'm convinced Crody the police. Ultimately, Dot played the show with no issue whatsoever. And for a little while, top 5 disappeared back into relative irrelevancy. This was about to come to an end when he accompanied Drake to London for his residency at the Wireless Festival there. From the moment they arrived in the English capital, top 5 was doing his utmost to let the UK know that he intended to be the man on their streets.
London streets, nigga.
Yeah, they ain't playing in the UK either. They don't got guns out there, but you get poked. They'll poke you right quick. See what I'm talking about? That happens to the kids that wear fake Jordans. Are you talking about the team Jordans? You gotta check in with Dot. If Drake is smart, he gonna check in with everybody for his LA shows. I think even like just depending on how the Bay Area feel, the Bay Area is like, them dudes is different, man, out there. Shout out to the Bay. They different, man. You think LA guys is wild? Bay Area is just different. That's all I'm gonna say. I mess with the Bay Area though. Too many people out there though, but beautiful place.
London streets, nigga. GGG.
But all he was about to learn was that he wasn't untouchable in the way that he had previously claimed.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. They're not gonna come kill us. No.
Yeah, right.
They're not gonna come kill us for safety. People show your address.
Just hours after these comments were made, he got stabbed, essentially.
What? That's not funny. But what? Yo, this is all news to me because I just said, yo, they don't got guns in the UK, but they got knife work out there. Like it's the 1800s, medieval times. They coming out with swords and all this. You be checking in before you go snowboarding. I'm from here. I'm from Southern California, so I don't need to check in. I just know where to go and where not to go. You're not gonna find me like in someone's hood somewhere. If I am, it's a mistake. I took a wrong turn. I exited a freeway when I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? I'm following the fucking Google Maps and it's got me off this cross street and that cross street. And I'm trying to get out. You stay out of these places, man. you stay out of these places. I think Drake will be fine if he has security. I don't know. He played in Philly when he was beefing with Meek. He was fine. This ain't Philly and this ain't Meek. That's what I'm gonna tell you. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, but Drake, he's gonna need like his LA and his California shows are just gonna need a different security detail than his other shows. It's gonna have to be stepped up immensely. So yeah, yo, he got poked out there. It's crazy.
Just hours after these comments were made, he got stabbed, essentially making this meme a reality.
Yo, what are you gonna do? Stab me? And then they stabbed him? It's crazy.
After acting out the way that he didn't get any sympathy. He got clowned hard. Is he stupid? He's talking about killers with guns in a country where guns are completely banned.
Yeah.
It's a different breed and mindset. Top 5 met the roadman out in London. In the wake of the assault and Top 5's hospitalization, the whole thing was subject to a police investigation.
If you was in your car yesterday, yeah, and you pulled up to the party where Top 5 got stabbed, you're getting teabagged. Trust me. They said they want to know who stabbed Top 5.
You're getting teabagged? What did he say?
Up to the party where Top 5 got stabbed, you're getting teabagged. Trust me. They said they want to know who stabbed Top 5. They need to find out.
And this only led to further speculation that he cooperated with cops, with the UK rapper Ratlin labeling him a police boy. But above all, he should learn a lesson that when he's in an unfamiliar place, it's perhaps wise to not act like he owns the place.
When you come to the UK, when you come to London, when you come to Birmingham, Manchester, when you're in different areas in London, foreigners, because this is a message to you guys, please take us very serious, bro.
Because by the sounds of it, he narrowly escaped with his life.
Now, Top 5 is good. He has like a big laceration. It was kind of deep. He lost a lot of blood. He went through surgery. He's gonna have full recovery. That's a fact. But
Somebody said he got hit in his throat. If he got hit in his throat, they was trying to kill him. That's why. I mean, good thing he's okay. But I mean, saying like, "Yo, what are you gonna do? Stab me?" And then you end up stabbed up. It's crazy.
It's gonna take a little while. I think he said it's like 17 inches. But,
Dang.
But I ain't gonna lie, for what it's worth, yes, somebody definitely went, try to kill him,
Because he did come to LA, Top 5. Let me look this up. Top 5, no jumper. Yeah, he came to LA. Oh, this ain't even the
no jumper.
This might not be LA. I don't know what this is. This ain't the no jumper studio that I saw. So maybe they're not in LA. I don't know. I didn't watch this. This is the no jumper studio right here. I don't know where. Maybe they're either. I don't know where they are, but yeah, maybe they're not in LA when they recorded that. Psych. Most people don't have to check in Cali because you haven't put a target on yourself, just like any other city. Yeah, if you're a normal person, you shouldn't be checking in with anybody. But if you're like one of these celebrities and you want to be out and all this in different parts of the city that you don't really know, someone may end up approaching you trying to extort you. That's all I'm gonna say.
With that incident, Top 5 joins a whole host of apparent Drake goons who have hindered his image more than they've helped it. And in the aftermath of the Kendrick Lamar beef, there are few people this applies to more than Baka Not Nice. A long-standing crew member, Baka and Drizzy have been rolling together since at least the More Life era, where Drizzy tapped into his gangster bag by spitting, "That's Baka. He's a no longer talker. Quick to let the text slide. We don't need to hear about a next man. Youths talk down, they get ran down." In actual fact, he met Drake on the set of Preem's
Hey, Louaista, you slaughtered those lyrics, by the way. You did not read that as it appeared.
In My Hood, way back in 2010, gradually entering his inner circle since. And once Drake began to develop a harder persona, having someone who'd spent 8 years in the
why is anyone still giving the fake top 5 a platform? Look at the views he does. This is 528,000 views in less than 10 days. People give him a platform because the audience wants to hear from him. It's really that simple. People give him a platform because the audience wants to hear from him. That's just the facts.
pen in his circle could only be a good thing. While for Baka, it gave him a chance at a music career, enabling him to join OVO. And since then, he's rode with him to the fullest.
Yeah, I try not to stop at no stop signs. What you talking about in LA? LA is not, for regular people like us, it's not a big deal.
Insisting that any disrespect wouldn't be tolerated.
You gotta understand something. If you're gonna disrespect my boss, my brother, my friend, or anybody on my team, I'm gonna feel offended. It would be weird if I did it. Those are my brothers. Those are the men that I eat with, break bread. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course I feel offended. But at the same time, I know that Drizzy Drake is a grown man and he can handle himself. If he needs me, he can call me.
He can call, yeah.
But these days, you can't hear his name without hearing the words "weird case."
New poll just dropped.
Courtesy of Kendrick alluding to his shady dealings with an ex that he pleaded guilty to. Later, Baka claimed that his boss told him not to respond while also insisting there was nothing to the allegations.
Sorry, it might not have been a call, it might have been a text message, but he messaged me and he's like, I know what you're feeling, I know you as an individual, and I know how you get down, but I'm just letting you know, like, don't listen to the noise, because it's noise. If you go
that's smart. It's good that Baka decided not to come out and start talking about Kendrick, because he probably would have been in a record again. He probably would have, I don't know. It would have looked silly. Yeah, the smart thing to do is just, lay low, let Drake handle it.
Back and look at all these people that are saying things or having anything to say. They're not even actual real people. They're like bots.
Exactly.
So like, don't let that shit bother you, bro.
Facts.
Like, and you know what? Like, I mean, it's not a good thing, but they're calling your name. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, they're gonna get over this crap because they're gonna realize that it's crap, and then they're gonna go do their own research. And when you do your own research,
visiting Cali, leave your nice watches and jewelry at home and stay out the hood. Yeah, especially if you're a well-known person, rapper, where you go into a store or something. And the employees, like, you're well known enough to where the employees are like, oh, that's so-and-so. Yeah. That's when people get to texting their people on the side. Oh, so-and-so is at the Quickie Mart off Manchester. That's when it really get dangerous, you know, and you want to wear big old chains and stuff. But that's anywhere, though. Why you want to wear that out here? And again, you're in California. You're in America, number one, but you're in California. People have guns. People who are residents of California have guns. It's not like New York City where it's impossible to get your concealed carry or anything like that. It's not that hard in California. There's just many steps, right? But it's not like New York City where it's impossible. So you're visiting, so you have nothing. Even if you have guns at home, you're visiting somewhere you don't have anything because there's no reciprocity with California with the carrying. Like if I visit Tennessee and if I had a concealed carry in California, I can bring that to Tennessee. It's reciprocity. If you're in Tennessee, you come to California, you can't bring shit over here. So like you're just at a disadvantage. So why wear the jewelry, the big old chains? And I mean, I'm not saying jewelry. I wear jewelry. I mean, I got watches, I got chains, I got earrings. But we talking about the gaudy stuff. You trying to flex on somebody like you don't have your protection because you're visiting. It's just common sense to me. Don't do it.
This guy made up a whole story about something that isn't even true, and it makes you look weird to me. I don't know.
It does.
But in all honesty, doing research is the last thing he should have asked anyone to do.
2014, Baka was arrested and charged with forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution and taking her money. In 2015, he pleaded guilty to assaulting the woman, an unrelated weapons charge. He was sentenced to 6 months.
That's his weird case.
He already spent 10 months in custody.
Baka got a weird case.
Any additional time. The woman actually refused to testify, which led to the charges of forcing her into prostitution and human trafficking to be dropped. The reason why it stuck is because it sounded good and it sounded sounded funny and it sounded disrespectful. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? He put a whole plan together to make a record to dismantle y'all. That's all it was about. It was about causing friction from within. Saying, have you ever thought OVO was working for me? You know what I'm saying? Even for the person who might have not been working for him at all. Y'all said y'all fed him information.
And if the goal was to divide...
I know you think he's sweet, but trust me, he's a legit street guy out here. You talking about what, top 5? The fake top 5?
and conquer, as Wayno suggested, it definitely worked to an extent. Because these days, the guy who's supposed to be the big bad wolf in Drake's corner is getting clowned on every post that bears his name. And plus, they've only been pictured...
Well, because he keeps getting bullied, you know. Oh, I thought he's talking about Baka now. I thought we were still on top 5.
With Baka not even making his way to London. With incidents like this mounting up, and his team struggling to retain any semblance of respect, he must be wondering who he can rely on. And if that's the case, he'll be happy to have Chubbs. Unlike someone like Top 5, Chubbs has been around.
Chubbs has been name dropped in Drake records for, it feels like, since the beginning.
With him since the outset.
Preem had met Drake and introduced us to Drake. We didn't know him back then, so Preem was rapping and Drake was rapping. Drake was really good, you know? So when I first heard Drake, I was kind of like, you sure you want to embrace this like that? 'Cause he was really good. But yeah, it's the best decision we ever made. When I first got on the road, it was security, make sure he's straight at all times. You know, we went to New York first, he shot the video.
So Chubbs doesn't really, if he's this close to Drake, he doesn't even really have to work as security, right? This is his man's.
Bro, best I ever had. He asked me to come to Miami, we went to Miami, and then he was just like, yo, why don't you just stay on the road? And I was like,
yeah, I've never had a problem in Cali. Yeah, exactly. If normal people are not, right? It's just like the athletes and the entertainers. That's when the extortion starts to happen because I guess they feel like you have the resources to be extorted.
10 years ago. I haven't come off the road yet.
The man who has acted as his head of security for years, Chubbs is always by Drake's side. He was probably the one with him during the Punk'd episode where Drake got so scared that they didn't even air it because it was too embarrassing.
I think like one of my favorite ones.
They didn't air it, but I saw it. Someone said, "What's your thoughts on Palestine?" They have to, Palestine and Israel. They have to come to. It's too complex for me to even. And I've studied political science. It's a lot going on there. But eventually they have to get to a point like where Black Americans and white Americans got to after our whole shit that we had. It was friction. Even after we had our solutions and we decided, no more segregation, no more this, no more that, there was still friction. Jim Crow, like just racist shit happening, crime. They're going to have to go through that over there. And however that works out for them, use America as a model. We're not perfect, in terms of race relations, but it's a lot better than what it was. I think we all just want peace over there.
We did at the end, we punked Drake and we created an earthquake inside of a parking garage.
Yeah, I saw this.
See it, but we legitimately turned a parking garage into an earthquake zone. And he was in the car and we started rattling the car and the whole garage. And he jumped in his buddy's lap and he's literally
no.
He Canadian feeted up into his buddy's lap. No. And I was like, yo, Drake just feeted up. And then we had to cut that out.
And even the footage that did make the air didn't exactly portray himself as a tough guy.
Is that Anthony Fantano? Shout out Anthony Fantano. Needle drop.
Himself as a tough guy.
Well, it says it right here on the back.
Dude, what is this? Why do you have this?
It's a Secret Service. What the fuck? Yo,
why do you have this? What are you doing with that thing? Move this car. Change your wife. Change your wife.
It's crazy.
Did you just tase your wife?
Still, while women come and go, and even his relationship with his dad has become strained, Chubbs has been a constant, saluting him as far back as the liner notes of Thank Me Later, all the way up to his henchman's 40th birthday party.
That's my dog right there. As a 38-year-old, I just want to say happy 40th, brother. You know what I'm saying? Listen. We're all one family.
Yeah, I don't care about these guys relating. You skip it.
But whether or not he wanted to work on Drizzy's
Detail. I remember Detail. Didn't he pass? Didn't he write Lollipop?
And apparently got his face broken in the process.
What?
I'll beat all your asses, including your bitches. Chubbs apparently said amid the beatdown, I don't give a fuck. I will hit you again. Do you think Drake is soft? Do you think Drake's a punk? Afterwards, Detail says he was so badly hurt that he couldn't work for a year. He asked Drake repeatedly and in vain to cover his medical expenses. This sort of sentiment would be echoed by someone like Moji, a Toronto artist who was shouted out.
Moji with the dance. He was around during the Views era.
On the track Summer 16 before falling afoul to OVO after claiming he wasn't properly compensated for his work on Drizzy's tracks. Left angered by it all, he took his grievances to the internet.
I seen this recently too. I don't know why I was watching. Maybe it was in another Louaista video.
You ever heard
That's Alchemist, not Fantano. No, that was Fantano.
Man that gives away his creativity and helps make Billboard hits, but doesn't get paid $1 for it, one credit for it. You're stuck in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. But
Boss.
Fucking bitch ass nigga song. Oliver is a fucking snake ass nigga, double-headed snake ass nigga. Alright, just to let the world know, I never got paid no 12 grand. For the record, I'm not signed to OVO, and all my real fans have been rocking with me from day one. Check the history. I always delete all my posts.
Shout out Somalia.
Because I got bigger info coming to you right now.
And just days later, he was in the hospital after a beatdown from apparent Drake goons.
Yeah, so he's leaking Drake songs. Then he got visited. So again, you got someone with money like Drake, you might feel like, yo, Drake, you might feel however you feel about Drake. He's soft and all this. He got the money to make anything happen, especially in his city. Man leaked Drake songs, thought he was on, clout chasing. The next day, he's in the hospital. The next day. Like, bro, we already know. We got your GPS location. It's crazy.
Drake goons, most likely led by Chubbs himself. Another man who can attest to Drake's goons getting access
Drum.
would be none other than Dram, who claims
Look mad zesty right there,
he was
though.
on the receiving end of a beating from security.
Hey, somebody tell Drake to shut the fuck up about that shit, man. Fucking 5 years ago, this nigga never even fucking touched me, nigga. I pressed his ass. His fucking bodyguards, goddamn. Ain't gonna hold you. His bodyguards went to town on the kid. But his bodyguards ain't not his bitch ass. He ain't touched me. He's a bitch. You know that. You wanna have your guards. That's cool, though. He ain't touched me, though. And that shit from 5 years ago. Come on, nigga. Who else, like, you know what I'm saying? Why don't you keep bringing up, why don't you bring up how you got smacked by a Diddy or some shit?
With Dram and
Wow. Shout out to Drum, though. Drum has some great music.
Who's received a beating from the OVO team, all claiming that Drake himself wasn't actively involved. It paints a picture of a man who won't do his own dirty work. And when someone—
But why would Drake? I mean, if you were in Drake's position, right, and you got ops and people who talking crazy, well, firstly, you might not even feel compelled to do anything to them. I think Drake just has like a chip on his shoulder, maybe back then, or he's like, I'm tired of this. I'm got to go in on everybody, straight demon time. But let's say you did decide you wanted to go in on your ops. Would you get your own hands dirty? I'm going to sit up in my mansion and, what's going to happen is going to happen. I mean, I don't think this is an indictment on Drake as a character because no one is going to be over there actually doing the dirty work.
When someone actually does press him face to face, he usually takes the L. Like back in 2014 at DJ Khaled's birthday party, where he and Diddy got into it over the 0 to 100.
Oh, yeah.
And Drake definitely didn't come out on top.
Yeah, so I guess the 0 to 100, that was supposed to be a Diddy song. And Diddy, y'all know Diddy, Diddy is off the cuff. And he got as much, Diddy is probably going to have as much security and goons as Drake does. And I guess Diddy put hands on him. I heard J. Cole, who did J. Cole put, no, I think J. Cole put hands on Diddy. That's how that story goes.
In my bed, and my phone kept ringing. I'm like, why my phone keep ringing at 4 o'clock in the morning? So I go to look at my phone, it's my dude, like my dude. And he ain't no just random guy in the club. This is somebody that everybody knows. He's like, boy, you wouldn't just believe what happened. I'm like, what? Diddy just slapped Drake.
Slapped or punched?
I heard a slap. He's very happy that, Diddy slapped Aubrey. That's just the bullshit in me. That appreciates that. I actually sent Diddy an email and said, you're my hero.
And while some might argue that Drake had to take it given Diddy's newly unveiled superhero status, it's important to remember that his friend J. Cole had thrown hands with Diddy a year later at a VMA's after party.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, J. Cole.
With no verifiable evidence that Drake has ever been in a fight, he has instead built a crew which features affiliates of GGG Gang and Halal Gang, the former of which stole DJ Drama's chain after his apparent role in the Meek and Drake beef, before shouting out the Toronto Star in the process.
That's what you fucking get for not checking in. Shout out boy Drizzy, eh? Triple G's,
Sound like top 5.
How you rock slap, black, black.
Then there are his dealings with members of the Reps Up label, including G-Way or Galloway Boys gang members.
Yeah, so he shouted out Reps Up before OVO. What did he say on Rico? Something OVO Reps Up. We might just get hit with the Rico.
MP Rain. And of course, there's perhaps the biggest force field of all in Jay Prince. In case you're not familiar, this Rap-A-Lot Records CEO has held sway over Houston for a long time. He has gone down in hip-hop history as an individual who came—
Shout out Auto Ghost. Came with the bag. Weak men with resources are the most dangerous. Now that's a fact. That's a Snapple fact. Yep. Because they don't have to do anything. You don't have to look out for them. It's going to be somebody you don't see coming. So that's true. That's a whole fact. We like that. Go ahead and like that comment because that's the truth. Weak men with resources are the most dangerous. Truer words have never been spoken.
can't be messed with. Just ask his former artist Yuckmouth about how he commands respect.
Yuckmouth.
Like
Yuckmouth is subscribed to the channel. Shout out to Yuckmouth.
You get him, you know what I mean, with the Chicago connection, you know what I mean, with the big homie in Chicago. I ain't gonna throw his name out there like that. He's connected with all the big homies. Jay, he tapped in with too many real niggas. And too many motherfuckers love him and got respect for him to let anything go bad talking about him, period. He got too much respect and love from everybody, and he fucks with everybody. So good luck getting away talking about that man.
Over the years, since Drizzy's first linked up with the mogul's son, Jazz Prince, Jay has maintained that he would always have Drake's back. And when his beef with Kanye reached
I think Drake and Kendrick should box for charity. I think they should just click back up. I don't think that would be a good boxing match because like that would never happen. Even in boxing, the weight classes are different. You know, Drake is legitimately tall. Drake is probably like 6'3". Because J. Cole is tall. You ever seen Drake and J. Cole stand up side by side? Drake, J. Cole. J. Cole hoops. Like he was in college hooping. He's like a legitimate hooper. And Drake is only a little bit shorter than him. Maybe by like 2 or 3 inches. Drake probably like 6'2", 6'3". Kendrick is like, I don't know, you say it's not about the size. Nah, size matters in fights. It matters to a degree. That's why they have weight classes. If size didn't matter, they would just let 154-pound fight the 170s. That's not how it works. Drake is probably like 6'3". Kendrick probably like, I've seen Kendrick, like he's probably like 5'5". I mean, just to be honest, it wouldn't take much, I don't think.
His height, people believe that he put the screws to Ye when he made him issue a public statement, which looked like a hostage situation.
Bro did.
I'm making this video to address the ongoing back and forth between myself and Drake. Both me and Drake have taken shots at each other, and it's time to put it to rest. I'm asking Drake on December 7th to join me on stage as a special guest this year.
December 7th, that's my birthday.
2 biggest albums of the year, live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Drake is too tall to reach advantage will be nuts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Drake at that point, he wouldn't even need to really box him. You just jab him. Like imagine trying to fight someone who's a whole foot taller than you almost. That's difficult. Even trying to hit him in the face.
With the ultimate purpose being to free Larry.
The UFC used to not have weight classes in the 90s because they didn't have enough people doing it. Why do you think they got weight classes now? Size matters in fights. I know we say, yo, size doesn't matter in fights. It's about what do we say? What's how the saying go? It's not about the size of the dog in a fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. That's true also. But size matters too.
I believe this event will not only bring awareness to our cause, but prove to people every
Drake ain't got no hands, but how much hands do you need to have to fight someone who's a foot shorter than you? Think about that. So I'm 6 feet flat, probably. That's like me fighting someone who's like 4'11", 5 feet. How much hands do I need?
How much more we can accomplish when we lay our pride to the side and come together.
Immediately, people saw through the notion of this being organic.
But Drake just not saying a word told me all I needed to know about this appearance and what it is and what it meant, and hopefully none of us and none of y'all have to ever be in this type of predicament. Jay Prince is there with his hands folded, not even making sure that you reading the right shit off. There ain't a worry in the world. You might as well go make some coffee.
He's the type of guy people say can ruin careers if he really wants to, which led to comments like, Jay Prince definitely type.
Oh, Kendrick dissed him on Euphoria. Is that what he say? He says something about park his son or something. Kendrick dissed Jay Prince and his son on Euphoria. So I don't know.
The whole thing out. He looks like there's a gun pointed at him off camera. However, beyond the smokescreen that he's provided by all these people around him, Drake still can't seem to shake the image that he is soft, which has been following him around since the origins of his career. Not to mention that when he does try to assert himself, it's only met with laughter. And if there's any reason why that is the case,
yeah, he shouldn't run from the he's soft narrative. He should just lean into it. You could be soft and still be dangerous, which it shows that he is dangerous. Like, and you could still be soft though.
Down to any external factor. Instead, it is simply the doing of Drake himself.
Jay Prince was really quiet during the beef. Well, Jay Prince doesn't really run anything in California, right? So he can run things where he's at, you know. Even Charleston White has come out talking against Jay Prince, talking crazy. He's still walking around. Because Charleston White's from like Dallas or Fort Worth or something, and Jay Prince is from Houston. Jay Prince controls where he's at. I don't doubt that, but when it comes to LA, like, you're just another person.
Because while some suggest that the belief that he's essentially a weakling comes from a broad generalization about Toronto, others feel like it's a direct byproduct of how he is as a guy. In their mind, Drake is the soft, light-skinned Canadian, and in the American, arrogant, ignorant mind, all of Canada is maple syrup and hockey. So when Drake raps about any testosterone or references anything street, it registers as pure fantasy and fraudulent. Because
I don't think it's because he's Canadian that people, I think it's because he's Drake. I don't think that's why people laugh at him. It's because he's Canadian and because he's light-skinned. No, it's how he came in the game. He's Drake. I don't think he even jumped to defend Drake at any moment since the beef. Yeah, he's been quiet. But I think Jay Prince, I think all these record executives, they kind of know each other. So Jay Prince, I think he knows, you know, Top Dog, the CEO at TDE. I'm sure they had conversations behind the scenes. Like bosses talk to bosses. So Jay Prince will be talking to Top Dog. I'm sure they know each other. I'm sure they already knew each other. So, yeah. Drake had to get some understanding that his Jay Prince mob ties carry no weight outside of Texas. Therefore, he's suing everybody. Yeah, Drake, you can call on Jay Prince, try, yo, I need you to do X, Y, Z. It's just not happening in LA. Like I say, you could have all the guns in Texas. You come to California, you can't have those.
Because they can't fathom that Drake could possibly have an ounce of toughness or have any connection or relationship with anything or anybody street. I promise you, nobody is calling Drake soft.
Because it's Canadian, right?
They say he's soft because he was on Degrassi.
Yes.
And how he carries himself, wearing bonnets.
And it was Drake's character on Degrassi. It's just not that he was on Degrassi. It's his character. His character was like a punchline almost. That's why it was so unbelievable when we learned that he started rapping. Like Drake, you talking about Jimmy from Degrassi? Like characters, Drake's character on Degrassi, which is a show about high school kids. Like just look up some scenes. There's some weird scenes. Like his character on Degrassi was a cornball. And his character on Degrassi gets shot and has to, you know, be in a wheelchair. But that's why. It's not because he's Canadian. Like as an American, I don't look at Canadians and think, well, I don't even think about Canada. Like the only reason I think about Canada is because of Drake like, and Sean Kingston and Cardinal Official. Sean Kingston is from Canada, right? But yeah, as an American, I don't know what we think about Canada. I don't even know if we think about them. They just up there and, you know, shout out to Canada.
Nail polish, and I'm a Drake fan. Given the perception that he is an actor playing a role, it explains why the use of hundreds of guns in the video for What Did I Miss seemed anything but legitimate. It even got heavily critiqued by people like Charlemagne, who just couldn't fathom how it seemed like a good idea.
So, what do you mean it doesn't seem legitimate, Louaista? You don't think these are his guns or something? Some nice work down there, though. That looked like a 50 cal. It's hard to tell what's what because the quality's not great. There's some good work. Got a shotgun down here. Like a pistol, like a 1911. Some good work.
It explains why the use of hundreds of guns in the video for What Did I Miss seemed anything but legitimate.
And a lot of this stuff is loaded too. Like not like loaded the magazines, but you got muzzle brakes. He got like an optic on this one. Like he got some good work down there. What's so wrong with not being a tough guy though? Why is Louaista making it negative? Yeah, there's, you know, I'm not a tough guy. You know, I'm not walking around hella tough. That's just not what I'm doing. Sean Kingston is American with Jamaican roots. I don't know why I thought he was Canadian. I think I got him confused with Cardinal Official.
It even got heavily critiqued by people like Charlemagne, who just couldn't fathom how it seemed like a good idea.
So many people that you had to go at.
This is a cool record. I mean, Drake can rap, Drake can make music, we know that. But I mean, y'all don't think it's extremely corny for him to be in a video surrounded by guns?
No, absolutely it is. Yeah, for sure.
Y'all don't think that's extremely corny?
Yeah. The song, honestly, it just sounds like another good Drake hit. It don't really sound like.
I don't even know if it's.
I wouldn't say a hit. It don't.
It wasn't a diss.
Like another Drake, you know, single. Like okay, like a vibey single.
Why is he in the video surrounded by guns? What is the point?
Because
you want to go to war because you got to rap battle? This record with
I think they were I think he was watching What's the Dirt kind of break down why there were guns. And I think he was saying like there's one gun for every person who betrayed him during the Kendrick beef or something like that.
make a lot of sense if Drake hadn't said nothing for the last year and a half. If he hadn't said a word, no lawsuits, no nothing, hadn't said nothing, he just came like, what did I miss? I didn't know what y'all was on. Like, that would make more sense. But you in the video surrounded by a bunch of choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Because rather than altering the narrative around him, it brings to mind the bars of Euphoria.
Yo, why you got barrettes in his hair? I ain't seen a barrette in a long time. That man had barrettes.
Choppers. You're the Canadian chopper slinger now.
Because rather than altering the narrative around,
that man had barrettes in his hair. Black Attack says enough of Charlotte calling someone corny. Charlotte never been fresh.
Ooh, it brings to mind the bars
fired.
of Euphoria where K-Dot spit that I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die and they turn into nuns, saying pray for my city, they faking for likes and digital hugs. After all, this is
that was the shot at Jay Prince and his son, right?
Same guy who once dedicated a verse on Snoop Lionn's No Guns Allowed to Cheyenne Charles and Joshua Yasay, two youths that died in Toronto with bars like news from back home, this is when it hurts to be gone, two more young names to be carved out of stone. And you can bet that if Top 5 had lost his life, then he would have been directly online paying tribute to the man who was happy to act.
Why is Charlamagne's head so shiny? Yo, when you go bald, I mean, a shiny head is a flex. That means that's like a fresh cut. That's like a fresh lineup when you bald. Cause you gotta think when you bald, most of the time your hair is kind of still trying to grow back, so it ain't shiny. It's like hair follicles and stuff. A shiny bald head to a bald head, nigga, that's like a fresh lineup. So that's a flex.
Like Drake's enforcer. Aside from corny stunts like that, there is also the simple fact that he's been punked numerous times, including the incident where a friend of T.I.'s once peed on Drizzy's leg, and there was basically no repercussions.
The wildest shit I've ever seen before in my life, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't had no malicious intent. Yeah, I shut it down. I don't want it to be weaponized against nobody.
Oh yeah, because he got peed on, right? Or something like that. Someone's dog peed on him.
When I said it right now, it wasn't the victimized cuz. It was like, yeah, that shit happened. And I was pissed off in my partner when it happened.
Pissed
I
off
don't see how
crazy.
it could ever be taken
Nice
as a, you know what I'm saying? Like as a diss. I don't see how it could be. That would be someone allowing their emotions to manipulate them.
This leads to another K-Dot lyric that's aging like fine wine.
Piss on
Don't let
your
another
leg.
man pee on your leg, son. Either you die right there or shoot that man in the head.
I don't know if that's even the best advice. You know, yo, if someone does that to you, kill them. I mean, that is crazy disrespect, getting peed on. So yeah.
But these incidents don't just happen when he's away from his alleged empire of Toronto either. In 2009, he was robbed for $2,000 in cash, an Audemars Piguet watch, and a diamond chain Lil Wayne had gifted him outside of a restaurant in his native Toronto. I knew it was a setup because I had on a sweater and a jacket. Drake later said of the situation, but when they banged on the car window with a gun and opened the door, the first thing he said was, yo, run that chain.
Oh yeah, the girl he was with set him up. He knew it was a setup because he had on a sweater and a jacket, so basically his chains was hidden by his clothes. But when they banged on the window, the first thing they said was run the chain, which you can't even see the chain. And they didn't rob her. Her purse was sitting right there. I was like, okay, yep, you set the whole thing up. Dang. But you can't call Drake like soft for getting robbed. This could happen to anybody, right? And either you gonna give up your stuff or you gonna get killed, or you're gonna kill them, or like. This can happen to anybody. Now, for real, my bald homie Dome, always shiny. Pause. Or we'd clown him if he looked like a lollipop after being picked up from the carpet, right? That's what I'm saying. Most of the time, if you bald, your hair is still, it's not like your hair just doesn't grow. Your hair is still trying to grow back, but your hairline is all fucked up and there's patches. That's why you're bald to begin with. So to have just a shiny bald, that's a fresh cut, technically.
Didn't rob her, and her purse was sitting right there. So I was like, okay, you set the whole thing up. And to make matters worse, initial reports suggested he cooperated with the investigation, something which is rightly or wrongly a cardinal sin in hip-hop.
Not in hip-hop. It's not a cardinal sin to cooperate because you got robbed. Or if you're a street guy, that's a sin, I guess, right?
Once again, this was alluded to by K-Dot on Euphoria with him spitting, I be a new ho king eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Even discounting incidents like this, his upbringing means that he doesn't have the temperament of even someone like K-Dot, who, while he has never claimed to be a gangbanger, is familiar with the code and ethics just by the virtue of where he grew up. As a result, we get incidents such as the time where he apparently ran from the very sight of firearms on the set of the game's 100 video.
Yeah, Louaista did his homework on this. Yeah, so Drake came to Compton to shoot the 100 video with Game. This is where Game, like Drake takes shots at Kendrick in this song. I would have all of your fans if I just went on some concert. He was taking shots. He's in Compton, Kendrick City. I don't know if this is Kendrick's hood though, right? Because Game is from Cedar Block, Kendrick is from the West Side. So I don't know. I'm not from Compton, so I spent very little time in Compton. So I don't know the whole makeup of Compton territories. But Drake comes here, video with Game. Wack 100 tells this story because Wack 100 is Game's manager, so he probably set this whole thing up. And yeah, Game allows Drake to diss Kendrick on the song in the video. This is why some people have some qualms with Game. Me personally, I don't look at Game any type of way for this. Because in 2016, which is like when this song was, 2015, 2016, you wanted that Drake feature. You wanted it. Period.
Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? The nigga ran from the video. We had to go get the nigga. We started moving locations. He started seeing homies come out with sticks to go clear the next block. He jumped in his Escalade and ran. We had to go send niggas to chase him down and bring him back. So what are y'all talking about? You're super tough. Y'all talking about with Drake. I'm confused. Fact, the homie pulled up. Trey the Truth pulled up by himself. Wack, where y'all at? What you doing? We got a video. Where you at? Bomb.
Trey the Truth pulled up by himself. Yo, Trey the Truth pull up in a taxi, right? This is how this story goes.
Yo, Wack, where y'all at? What you doing? We got a video. Where you at? Bomb. I remember the address. He pulled up by nigga took a taxi over there.
Yeah, Trey the Truth took a taxi.
How y'all even relate? How y'all even trying to tie Drake to anything gangster?
But yeah, Trey the Truth is not Drake also. Trey the Truth hop out, and shout out to Texas, but he hop out the car. A few people are going to know who he is unless you're a hip hop head. Not know who he is, like know his name, because people know his name, but just his face. They aren't going to spot him like, yo, Trey the Truth. Drake hop out, everyone knows it's Drake. Shout out Auto, Ghost with the bag again. Imagine still being insecure with that much money and fame. Sad state of existence. I mean, I don't know the guy, so I can't say he's insecure. I think Drake has like a thing with revenge. He wants to get back at everyone all the time. I think that's his thing. And he uses his power to do that. I think a lot of people would too if they had the resources.
They're tough.
He's not gangster.
What he do.
Not at all.
And even he attempted to use Kendrick's lack of gang affiliation against him. Legends like Compton's MC8 infer that someone like Toronto didn't have the authority to wade into these matters when he fundamentally doesn't understand.
Well, yeah, you actually commented because when Drake dropped Family Matters, he tried to sort of paint Kendrick as like a fake gangster, you know,
a civilian.
Who really represent, you know, YG, who really represent Chuck D. But you actually said that Drake is reaching. Kendrick never claimed to be a blood.
No, his representation of what it was. Everybody knew where he lived, where he grew up. That was basically what he wanted to portray to people. Like, I'm not all out just, you know, red ragged and, you know, khaki suits and, you know.
Yeah, that was Kendrick's whole point in his early music is I'm unaffiliated. I'm not a gang member. The gang stuff is it's constantly around me and it's a nuisance. It's like a negative influence on my life. This is Kendrick's early music. Kendrick Lamar EP, Overly Dedicated, and there's even some of it on Section 80. So
tattoos.
Trey's a good rapper, but him and his homies jumping Zero was whack. I'm not into the Texas rap scene. Shout out to Zero though. Trey the Truth will be unnoticeable in my local mall. That's good though. Like to be rich, if he's rich, I don't know his money situation, but to be rich, but to still be low key, be able to walk around, that's goals, ain't it?
Neighborhood, but I grew up over here. I'm still gonna represent where I'm from, but I never, you know, came out, you know, like the homie YG or the homie Game, who openly told
I'm
affiliated with this section. Kendrick
DJ Quick
was just like, I grew up over here. I never went through the situations where I got put on or that type of things, but when you grow up in the hood, you're still a part of the neighborhood, and so that's where he came from with it.
But it somehow goes even deeper than that, because after suing UMG over the beef that he was once begging Kendrick to partake in, any notion that he would be a gangster or would do anything more than shout out a man from a distance on a live stream or mean mug DeMar DeRozan from the sidelines just seems implausible. Instead, he's doing his battles in the
We're
court.
just gonna look angrily at him. Just look at him real angry.
With the news recently emerging that his lawyers are listing 63 potential witnesses in its initial disclosure filing regarding the rapper's defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group. And much
That's
to the dismay
still
of he
ongoing.
and his whole crew, is doing nothing to improve their reputation. Chubb still ain't crashed nothing, and oh boy, took a rap battle to the courts. Fake tough shit, and y'all still eat this shit up. Goofy. By all accounts, people really just want Drake to be himself. Because when he tries to be something else, the results are cringeworthy at best. And
I honestly think this is who he is now. Maybe not at first, you know, but this is who he is. Yeah, but in the battle, the angle is you ain't tough. It also responds to the snatching chains and burning tattoos bar. Are you talking about the Family Matters bars? Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, you know. Yeah, I can get that perspective. Kendrick ran right to the gangsters for help during the battle. I don't know if he ran to him for help. All of Kendrick's diss records towards Drake were solo. There were no features on that. I don't know if he ran to them. Drake always acting. He's acting as a victim in court. I'm not a court case guy, you know, YouTube channel. But it would appear that Drake, a lot of people thought this was going to get shut down right at the beginning. This shit is moving along. He might actually get a settlement or a victory.
Unbearable to witness at their height. Despite how many real killers he may know, the fact remains that he isn't among them. And if anything, that's a good thing. So it's time to embrace the fact that he wasn't raised in that environment and abandon the accent before it genuinely skews how people see him in a way that even more great music might not resolve as it once did.
Yeah, I don't think and shout out to Louaista, great video. I don't think Drake has to be raised in that environment to want to get into the BS. We just watched the whole, I've done a video actually, we didn't watch it. I've done a video about the clips and how Malice basically talks about, yo, me and Pusha T were raised in a great family. Our father was in the church. They were not raised in that drug dealing environment. They had cousins and stuff who were into that, but they still ended up doing it. So I don't think you have to be raised in the environment to get into it. But I definitely feel Louaista on the whole accent thing. I've always found that really cringy. It's like, yo, when I get mad, I turn into a Somalian. What? But whatever. So anyway, so we do another video, or we doing? We do another video, or we gonna stop? I know y'all want me to do this 7 tiers of rappers. I think I might save that for next week. But FD Signifier, he did post a video about Killer Mike. I may actually just put this in a separate video. Like do this tomorrow. Yeah, it was only posted 9 hours ago. I'm gonna let this breathe. But I am gonna do a video about this, the problem with Killer Mike. I haven't watched it yet, but I can see where this is going. I've seen the critiques on Killer Mike and capitalism. I've seen them in the on the internet. So a Duplee vid. He definitely used the gangsters in the pop out. He brought his guys out in the pop out, but that was after the beef, right? That was kind of like after it ended. Like he didn't need him in the beef. But in Pusha T's house, Martin Luther King got no respect. What yo, Black Attack, you been drinking? What's up with you? Sammy says no. Yo, like the video, subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna do this just because I don't want to step on FD's. Let me think. Watch Zakavilli, their videos, 10 minutes, 7 tiers of rappers. Yeah, we're gonna do that next week if nothing else crazy drop. I want to do FD Signifiers this video, but he just posted it, and it's not really etiquette to like. It's kind of seen as like stepping on someone's video to react to it right after they post it. Even though FD, he has 300K on this channel, he's got 1 million on the other one. There's no fucking stepping on his videos I can do, even if I tried. But I'm gonna let it breathe. And then tomorrow I'll just post this as a separate video. How's that sound, right? So anyways, that's all I got for today. Yo, make sure y'all just hit the channel. We got new videos up. Got the Chance the Rapper album review. We got the Jed album review. We got just more clips, lyrics, breakdowns as we do. Oh my gosh, here come Mike Williams with the super chat. Oh my gosh. He wants me to do the Duplee video. Yo, just to put Kendrick on top. Yeah, next week for sure. We're gonna do the Duplee 7 tiers. When did this come up? 3 weeks ago. So next week for sure. Not for sure, because what if we have another great video that comes out? But we're gonna do that one too. But I'm gonna do the FD signifier video separately. That's not gonna be a separate post on my channel. Just because I want to give his video, I'm gonna do the proper etiquette. I don't want to react to it 9 hours after it comes out, you know. So anyways, yo, Mike Williams, we appreciate you. We for sure gonna do the 7 levels of rapper next week, but that's more reason to come next week, you know. So be sure to come next week. Oh my, we got more super chats coming from the. Oh my, y'all gonna really make me do this shit right now? Y'all gonna really make me do this right now? Okay. The people have spoken. We will do the 7 levels. Yo, money talks. Because I was really about to get off this shit. Money talks. Let me have my assistant bring me another drink. I'm drinking some, what is this? Agua de Kefir. So we're going to do the 7 levels, right? Let's do this.
Every level of rapping ability.
I got to work next Friday. Run it now. We running it. Yo, Mike Williams, thanks Sammy. Because Sammy came with the, I was going to be like, I'm sorry, Mike. But then you had, you know, y'all collaborated. So we're going to get into it. Let's go. Duplee. He was shouted out in the FD signifier video along with me and Potty Mouth like a couple weeks ago.
Level 1, trash.
The bottom of the barrel.
Crazy.
Artists famous for putting out garbage.
You can get hit, bitch. And yeah,
cut the shit off, bro.
I gotta cut the shit the fuck off.
They can't flow. Their voices are annoying. Their lyrics are stupid. Just no redeemable qualities whatsoever.
Yeah.
After you talking about
So who would I put in this tier? Oh man, it's so many people. Remember the dude from Double XL Freestyle with the chalk on his head? What was his name? What was that guy's name? XXL. Let's see. Freestyle. Or not Freestyle, it was a Cypher. Too Raw was his name. Too Raw. No, it wasn't Too Raw. What was this guy's name? XXL Cypher. It would have been 2023. This Too Rare. He's definitely in the level 1 category.
Gucci, bitch, I'm G'd up. Ass nigga ever cross me. Did Jesus, he caught one.
Yeah, he's level 1 for sure. I don't know if I would put Soulja Boy level 1. Because, yo, Soulja Boy had that concert at SeaWorld with Bow Wow. I wanted to go to that. I just found out the week before. I don't know if I'll put Soulja Boy level 1. Nick Cannon got classics.
If you started rapping today with 0 experience, you would be better than everyone here.
Punk niggas trying to clown me.
How crazy is that, right? Fix your posture, by the way. You're way too hunched up.
Wait, was that him? Was that him rapping that?
Punk niggas trying to clown me.
How crazy is that, right? Fix your posture.
He said the N-word too. What the fuck?
I need you to understand, like, these guys are physically
we got Lil B disrespect in the chat. It's crazy. Lil B disrespect is crazy.
Capable of just phoning in some men. Their trashiness just jumps out and indiscriminately ruins every song they get in here. Back in the day, there was this guy named Birdman, and he used to own legendary label Cash Money Records.
Yeah, Birdman is level 1 for sure. He's a level 1 tier rapper.
But what he was known for the most was ruining tracks with his awful rapping.
Yo, Birdman went on there and just said anything. Ice JJ Fish.
You either play it as a joke or you just tolerate it for another artist you like.
What the fuck is this nigga doing?
But no one is actually seriously bumping level 1 rap.
This nigga is trash.
You said my verse wasn't hard, nigga. Who the fuck did you think you talking? Everything that come out my motherfucking mouth is hard, nigga.
Pause.
Level 2, bad.
Unlike the level 1.
Level 2, bad. See, I'll put Lil Pump level 1. We giving Lil Pump and 6ix9ine more respect than Soulja Boy? This how we doing Soulja Boy? Soulja Boy is a legend in hip hop. I don't know what y'all talking about.
One rapper, you can get away with playing level 2 rap in public. Now and then, if you're lucky, you may even get the occasional listenable verse. Still though, their rapping ability is extremely limited, so most of the time they stick to one sound or even one flow. Level 2 includes one-trick ponies like...
Yeah, one flow. Who's a good one flow rapper? I was thinking of X4, but y'all don't know X4. He like a rapper from California. I like X4 though, but he do got that one flow, that trophy flow.
Spice.
I'm a trick and I know he gon' spend. I'm with Dottie and her 30 friends. She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. I'm a baddie like fuck how you feel.
Well, she fine, so she got my respect.
And I'm thick cause I don't miss a meal.
Yo, she dead serious, just keeps making the same song over and over again. Then you have trend chasers like Lil Pump.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
This nigga is level 1. I don't even know why he's level 2. Playboy Cardi, level 1. Let's name some level 1 niggas. Playboy Cardi, Lil Yachty, Lil Pump, Young Miami. Who's some level 1? The baby, yeah, he's we don't call niggas baby though. These niggas naming they self, Lil Cutie, little thick, little thickiana, like this some crazy names these rappers be giving themselves. But I think his government name is Jonathan. So yeah, Jonathan, he's a one flow rapper. I'll put him like at level 2 or 3. Jonathan. 2 or 3 because he does have some good bars. Gunna, yeah. Gunna's level 2. One flow. Lil Nas X, I'll put Lil Nas X above buddies guys. MGK, I'll put him above these guys. This nigga's level 1.
Skill means they often resort to employing gimmicks and internet trends to draw people in. So it's no surprise when they go in and out of style faster than the Yeezy 350s did. Finally, you have people that are just out of touch with the genre, like Will Smith,
the white guy,
trying desperately to fit in.
This is the bounce back. Watch Will, y'all. This is the bounce back.
Yo, what is Will Smith doing, bro? Blueface, yeah, he's like level 2. Yeah, Lil Nas X actually got some good music too. Black Attack, whatever you just tried to post in the chat, it just got redacted. So yeah, just censor a word or two, then come back.
What the fuck is?
What level is Lil B for you? I can't name a reason why he will be a level 2. Well, I gotta see what his tiers are. I gotta see what he considers. I'm gonna let y'all know where I put Lil B at though.
The harder they try, the cornier it gets. It's just a never-ending cycle of ass. Buddy, you've been rich for 25 years. What the fuck are you doing posted up on a corner with a fitted and a fucking varsity jacket? You don't put on some moccasins and a knitted sweater right this instant?
Oh man, I didn't know Duplee was funny. This is my first time seeing any Duplee video. I didn't know he was funny. Okay, level 3 is mid. Yeah, everybody pictured as mid. I will put Lil B above these guys. Moneybagg Yo, I'll put Lil B above Moneybagg Yo for sure. Tyga, he get respect, and Travis Scott get respect. But like Lil B is better than Moneybagg Yo. He's better than Boss Man, D-Lo, niggas like that for sure. Lil B's above them.
I know these days youngins use the word mid to describe anything ranging from the worst shit they've ever heard to like a 7 out of 10 song, but we're here today to define real mid. Like Tyga, like Moneybagg Yo, like a Travis Scott.
Chill. Tyga, yes. The majority of his music is in that mid range. But Tyga got multiple classic records.
Feature. Not good, not bad.
Whoa, we putting A Boogie in mid? A Boogie got a great album called The Bigger Artist. I wouldn't, but that's the stuff he's dropped since then. I don't know if it's been that great. So okay, I could understand some people feeling like A Boogie's mid. I'm not putting A Boogie as mid though.
Not bad.
Tyga sold more records than 50 Cent.
Cardboard. Bland rap caviar fodder.
Back that ass. Back that ass. Girl,
That's a classic record. What is this, Taste? You play this anywhere, people gonna start moving.
Look good, make me spend that cash.
Level 3 rap is best suited as background music in any sort of car or function where not offending people is the primary objective. And that quality has made it perfect for Wingstop commercials and annual 2K soundtracks.
Yeah, A Boogie's not mid.
Just got paid, I'm flossing. I'm a boss and I hang around bosses.
As a result, mid-rap has basically become corporate over the years. That's
see
why
who
you
he
hear
puts
it
up
everywhere,
here.
but it still has.
Who is this? I don't know who that is. Sanford and Son? Coyle Ray? I wouldn't even put her as mid. Coyle Ray is lower than this. What is this? Are we still on level 2 or level 3? We on level 3, right? Coyle Ray's level 2. Travis Scott, yeah, he's mid. But Travis Scott, he has a high ceiling. Every so often he makes some fire. Moneybagg Yo, this is for sure mid. Macklemore is not mid. I don't know if you've heard the mixtapes. Macklemore was a real underground rapper. Like, he had real underground, stripes in the underground. Is that G-Eazy?
Has no fan base. I don't know about you, but me personally, I've never met a single Tyga fan. Unlike level 2, mid rappers.
I mean, was you around when Rack City came out? Because Tyga had a little run. Big run, actually.
Might actually have more than one flow, some like surface level wordplay. You might even get a 9 on me like Rajon Rondo, 30 on me like Steph Curry, 33 on me like Scottie Pippen. We can filler bars. Like I'm in the NBA. Like, come on, bro. And people are gonna get mad at
Yes, I think he's just talking lyrical ability. We just talking lyrical ability, fine. I get it. Yeah, top op stand up, yeah. Came with that bag, salute.
In this category. But remember, bro, we're basing
like
this
the
on
video.
Pure rapping ability. And I don't know. Name one Travis Scott bar right now. You can't do it. Like, this truth be
Can
told,
I do it? Let me think. No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
stripped of its blockbuster sound, Travis Scott's rapping is just bland and forgettable. I'm sorry, it's the truth. That's why his features never hit. He's not a verse guy, but that's fine. I mean, great artist.
I've never identified with Macklemore content. Yeah, me either. But Macklemore, he had that one album, The Heist, with Ryan Lewis, where he really just became mainstream. Before that, I knew Macklemore for just being an underground rapper from Seattle. Macklemore's technically from the West Coast, Seattle.
Mid rapper. Very important distinction.
If you can excuse Tyga, you can excuse 6ix9ine. Nah. See, Tyga has a catalog. 6ix9ine got a couple songs. Although I did like that song. What's that song called? In the hood with them Billy niggas and them Hoover niggas. Okay, B, you a loser nigga, up that Uzi nigga. He saying nigga a lot in that song, but I liked it.
Oh God, my God, this should be like God level.
This is double XL. I never saw that.
Right,
that was double XL.
At this point, it's been all shits and giggles. Time to start making people mad.
Level 4. Okay.
What? I feel like level 3 and 4 can be combined. Jack Harlow. Okay, I see. Because these guys are a level, like a small step above what he just put out there. Corday, yes, lyrically, he's a little bit better than Tyga. I see. And Jack Harlow, he got a song that I like that was on the radio. I've only heard like one song by him. I just like don't be listening to shit like that. Travis is good at sequencing and world building, but exclusively rapping, he's mid. Yeah, world building for sure, production.
In here, we will begin talking about respected rappers. Some of them may even be your favorite. Level 4 is full of what I like to call elevated mid. I'm trademarking that.
Oh, baby.
Please.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that's the right word. Because these guys, they're just a little step above who he mentioned in level 3. So yeah, Lil B would be level 3. Lil B was better than niggas that was mentioned in level 3. I'm not gonna lie. Musically though, lyrically no, but music wise, yes.
What separates it from normal mid is that these guys may have the ability to get introspective on a track or bust like a
but it's
fast
surface
flow
level.
or like an impressive rhyme scheme. And because of this, they enjoy great amounts of respect from casuals who can't really distinguish them from the higher levels.
Yeah, it was stupid. No, who are your favorite artists? You listen to hip hop?
Yeah, have you guys heard of Joyner Lucas?
And also old heads thirsty for the tiny.
Yo, they love Joyner Lucas. Shout out Joyner Lucas. Dax, you know what I mean? Eminem, Tech 9. That's a whole little thing.
Tiniest drop of lyricism in the mainstream. Might as well be level 7. It's all the same to them. They heard that Jack Harlow.
Oh, we got ambulance coming. Fire truck, not an ambulance. What y'all say? Big Sean used to be trash, but now he's definitely okay. I think Big Sean gets a lot of hate that's not necessary. Big Sean is just fine as a rapper. Like, bro, Big Sean got good albums. He's got good mixtapes. Yes, he's got some terrible bars, but he's a punchline rapper. So he's got some great punchlines and he got some trash ones. That's just far over. Like I said, Dax is far lower than this. Oh, Chance. Yeah, so where's Chance? Chance the Rapper would be level 4. He's okay. Chance could be, he could be so much better because Chance can rap. He just needs direction. Like his latest album is like lacking direction.
Album. They were like,
yeah, and Joyner Lucas can rap and he's creative. I know people clown Joyner Lucas's perspective songs, like I'm Not Racist and what was the other ones he did, but that's not easy to do. That's why a lot of people don't do it. It's not easy.
shit, this is real rap. He's bringing it back. Corday popped off and they were like,
why did I just see Fabulous? Fabulous don't deserve to be over here.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
They're trying not to have any good albums. The Finally Famous, the album. Come on, okay. See the Big Sean disrespect? This is crazy. Finally Famous Big Sean. This is a good album. But I do know a lot of people didn't like this album. When it dropped, I liked it. I Do It. My Last by Chris Brown. That's a classic record. You play that at every graduation. Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay featuring Kanye. Classic record. Dance. Ass. Classic. You got 3 classic hip hop records on one album, man. Then you got some underground cuts. Wait for Me featuring Lupe. You got Chitty Bang on here. You got John Legend on here. The Dream. This is a good album. The best song is called Get It. Produced by the Neptunes, Pharrell and Chad. This is a good album. But I understand what you're saying though, because a lot of people didn't like this album when it came out. So I get you. Yeah, the Dead End Hip Hop review of that tape was a classic. I think I might have done a video reacting to that Dead End Hip Hop review. Let me see. Finally Famous. Yeah. So this is 13 years ago. So this is me basically saying, yo, the Big Sean album, y'all went way too hard on that. It's a good album. This was in the year 2011. Facts. You got a mechanical key? Yeah, I got a mechanical keyboard. I got a Keychron. Yeah.
because I'm way dope, I better stay sober. I paint pictures, you a Crayola. They heard Big Sean and said,
yeah, he's top 3.
I've been backstabbed and laughed at. We gon' see who get the fucking last laugh that we.
He's at least showing the respect. Yes, Big Sean, I will put him low 80s overall, maybe like 82, but 79 is just fine. It's right there.
Doing more numbers. When in reality, these guys are decent. You know, that's about it. Even still, they usually end up forming deep connections with their audience and manage to.
Fabulous don't belong here. And what? Oh, he's got the category. This is a good video.
Stay relevant for over 10 years in some cases.
Level 5, good.
Good. You got Kanye, we got Drake, we got Nicki. Okay, let's see what he said.
Everyone from this level on can rap. Whether you love them or hate them, their skill is undeniable. They can carry their own against almost anyone. Almost. Level 5 has wordplay, entendres, and storytelling for days. They enjoy respect amongst most people in the industry, but still fall short with those rap purists and hardcore hip-hop fans who just refuse to buy into the hype. Me. You know, to them,
Mike C-Town.
Okay. They're hating. This is probably the most.
Mike C-Town got me blocked because I said he looked like KRS-One. He does look like KRS-One a little bit though, but is Drake a better rapper than Sean and Fab? Well, it's big. The thing with Drake is the ghostwriter thing. With Big Sean and Fabulous, there is no question that they're writing their own lyrics, rap lyrics. But with Drake, you know, Meek Mill did introduce that doubt. So what I would do is I would think of, okay, what is Fabulous's best verse? I'll probably say like on that song Niggas with Joe Budden. I think what's Big Sean's best verse? And I think, okay, what's Drake's best verse? But then there's that doubt to where maybe he didn't write it. This is like Drake won that battle versus Meek Mill, but that's a permanent stain on him. So, yeah, that's wild. Yeah, he does look like KRS-One a little bit though. Nicki's not no level 5. She's 6. I don't think Nicki is that great lyrically. I don't think she's that great lyrically. Nicki's never spat bars where I'm just like, wow, like no.
Okay, they're hating. This is probably the most varied group on here, as you can see level 5s in every corner of the genre, including...
You got Nicki, DMX, Wale. Wale, if we talking just lyrically, Wale, he's up there with the best of them, in my opinion.
But not limited to young guys who rap over Alchemist beats.
Vince Staples.
Golden Age pioneers. Blog era lyricists.
See, Vince Staples is just okay to me. His freestyles are great. Well, I'm thinking musically. I think Duplee is thinking lyrically, but I'm thinking about their albums, which is not how he's doing this.
Bling era pop stars.
I feel the pressure under more scrutiny, and what I do, act more stupidly.
Again, Kanye, generational artist.
Yeah, A$AP Rocky. Yeah. Lyrically, I'm putting A$AP Rocky below this. A$AP Rocky is like somewhere between mid and okay.
Wondering, well, why can't a guy like Drake be level 6? You know, he can rap. Allow me to demonstrate.
I'm used to seeing tears drop over enormous meals. The restaurant clears out faint echoes of Lauryn Hill.
See, it's like all the aesthetics are there, you know? He gets the cadence right, conductor beat, but if you...
He's better than almost the whole female field outside of Rhapsody. If we talking just lyrically, I appreciate that Nicki writes her own raps. It's hard to compare her to her peers, which is other female rappers, because they ain't really writing their own raps like that. So Nicki kind of wins out of default because no one is writing their own raps.
If you dive any deeper, you just start hearing shit like this.
Oh, so many checks owed, I feel Czechoslovakia, nigga, what the...
That's horrible.
What? He said that shit like it was so tough too. Like,
to me, Drake's lyrical bag feels like that one scene in that James Franco movie where they go to North Korea and they see like a beautiful grocery store.
Yep, guess no one's hungry here after all.
But later in the movie, upon further inspection, they find out it was all just like a cardboard cutout, you know, it was all in like 2D. So that's what lyrical Drake feels like. North Korea grocery store. The point I'm trying to make is that even though a lot of these guys seem stellar at first,
yeah, Gambino's good, yeah. Cam, yeah.
That will make them great. DMX lacks technical ability. Drake is extremely shallow, so he lacks depth. Chance is corny. So it's like just like if they had this one thing.
Right. Chance is never
Level 6, great.
Suddenly,
so we got Doom, we got J. Cole, we got Common. Okay.
A lot less mainstream. And for a good...
Everyone has a bad line, yeah. Has Doja surpassed Nicki at the moment? For me, yes. But that's only because Doja Cat is like the advanced version of Nicki. Like, you know how Pokemon evolve? You got Bulbasaur, then it evolves to Venusaur. Lil' Kim was Bulbasaur. Nicki Minaj was Ivysaur. Doja Cat is Venusaur. Doja Cat do shit on records that Nicki has not... Nicki's done it, but Doja Cat's done it better. Like when Nicki dropped the whole Starships pop records and all that, it's a good record, but like Doja's pop records from a rap perspective are just insane. Say So and all that, these is insane records. And even the flows, if you listen to Get Into It by Doja, she's doing Nicki Minaj's, what flow was that? I think it's like off Massive Attack. She's doing Nicki Minaj's flow from Massive Attack, but that shit is like elevated. So yes, I think Doja surpassed Nicki, but that's because she is a offspring of Nicki. That's like Nicki's son. Like how Nicki says, yo, all these chicks is my son. Doja is one of Nicki's sons. But Doja is the good child. You know, Doja's the child who, you know, goes to school, becomes a doctor and gets rich and then retires everybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, just technically, lyrically, yeah, Doja is beyond Nicki. Yeah, I agree. Doja Cat studied well. Yeah. Why Lupe ain't GOAT tier? If Lupe ain't GOAT tier, we ain't on GOAT yet. We only on level 6 right now. Doja doesn't have verses people remember like Nicki does. I don't remember no Nicki verses like that. I just know one verse, which is Monster. Yeah, Doja's voice is A+ too. Yeah.
I mean, some of these guys rap so good, nobody even wants to hear that shit. Zero compromises are made.
Oh, wow. He did put Lupe level 6. This ain't based lyrically then. If Lupe is number 6, not 7, this is not based lyrically. He's probably considering other things. Lupe is probably the greatest lyricist in rap history. Facts. That's counting everybody.
The rapping is intricate. The lesson is inevitable. The youngins are bored. This is not aux music. At this level, the rapping just demands your attention. It can't just fade off into the background anymore.
Like slow down, come back even faster out of it. Then switch gears again, do a different type of speed. Halfway through that, switch gears again, do a different type of speed. And this is what he's so good at. And that's why he's
we got rap analysts before GTA 6.
There are some exceptions though. I'm talking about prime Wayne.
We've been had rap analysts.
Cole, maybe.
Wayne. So you got Wayne and Lupe in the same tier. This is where this shit start falling apart. It's easy to clown on the niggas who can't rap, who is mid. You got Lil Wayne and Lupe in the same tier. What are we talking about?
I don't know about aux. I don't know about aux with Cole.
Walking contradiction, my description, off the top magician, compositions, non-fiction, shit it in the competitions, pot the piss and
Level 6s have the ability to wash any rapper in the world on the
Cole,
right day.
level
Their name
6
demands instant respect from real hip-hop fans across the globe. And even though they rarely go mainstream, they often end up staying
Lico Sims
relevant in the underground through multiple decades and end up in...
I'm trying to think, is there a better example of a street rapper? Because he puts Prime above Lil Wayne. I would say, what do you count as his prime? You talking about the Carter 3? We just got different opinions. You talking about Carter 2? Dedication 2? Okay, maybe. Who is a street rapper that's really great at rapping? I will have to think about that. Who will fit better than Lil Wayne here? I will have to sit and think about that. Who the hell is this? A$AP Rock? Is that A$AP Rock?
Inspiring generations to come. Guys like MF Doom, like Common, like Rakim.
it can't be mixed, diluted, it can't be changed the switch. Here's a lesson if it gets me following.
And Rakim is really a good example of why some level 6s fall short.
Yeah, they put Cole over Ye. Yes, Ye don't even write his own raps. He shouldn't even be on this thing.
Of the top. Rapping is like a sport, and as the years go by, people
Ransom. Yeah, that's a good one.
Learn from pioneers and become better, taking the craft of rapping to higher heights. So even though Rakim's rapping incredibly sounds still fresh 40 years later, he's naturally been outmatched by people who have taken his style and built upon it.
So that's what I was saying with Nicki and Doja Cat. So yeah, Nas is like the evolved form of Rakim. So you got Rakim. It's Charmander. We talking about Pokemon evolutions. If you don't know Pokemon, I don't know what to tell you. Rakim was Charmander. Nas was Charmeleon. Lupe is Charizard. That's how I was doing with the whole Doja Cat thing.
40 years later, he's naturally been outmatched by people who have taken his
Playboy Cardi fits here too. Yeah, you smoking crack. Playboy Cardi's level 1.
Style and built upon it, taking rap
Trash.
global with better storytelling, more vivid imagery, and more of an expressive cadence. The same applies for many others on this level, who were also once
Level 7, GOAT.
Yeah. 3K, Kendrick, Jay-Z. I wish you would have said his criteria. Like, what is he basing it on? Because Kendrick is not like, Kendrick is very good lyrically. I would like to hear his criteria. Prodigy. Yeah, I've never been the hugest Prodigy fan. What do you mean Ye don't write his own raps? There's nothing wrong with performing a song another artist wrote for you. But we talking about tiers of rappers and lyricists. So shout out to Rhyme Fest though.
GOAT rappers are extremely rare and come by once in a generation.
And bevel rap on a doctrine level, so F Scott.
Black Thought.
Maybe I'm the new Rakim, maybe I'm Fat Pharaoh.
Most Def is in here too.
Garments of armor be my intimate apparel. Pre-Kardashian Kanye. My
Cardi's trash, bro. And that whole little scene in rap, the whole rage scene, like they don't even want to rap well. Like rapping well and being coherent, that's I've heard the shit. Rapping well and being coherent is like not something they value. Even they're not even trying to do that.
Ability to do everything at an elite level. It's like they see rap in 4D. They can go complex, they can simplify, they're good in the underground, good in the mainstream, just masters at their craft. They sound completely unique and their voices are instantly recognizable to the point where nobody can really even copy them, even if they try their hardest.
Right.
I haven't seen one person replicate the mesmerizing flows of
Andre 3K.
the monumental presence of
Why do people rank 3000 so high? Andre 3000 is great. He's one of them ones. My only thing is, don't have Andre 3000 level 7 tier and then not have Big Boy level 7 tier. Because that doesn't make sense. To have Andre 3000 level 7, which is where he deserves to be, but not have Big Boy level 7, who's the other half of, the other half of Outkast, it would suggest that Andre 3000 was just miles better on the Outkast albums than Big Boy was, which is just not true.
Of a Jay-Z.
You knew what the plan was. I had it laid out for you knew what the plan was.
The Watcher, yeah.
300 mil later, now you understand.
The unlimited depth.
Nice, it's coming in Vegas.
I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal. I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero thinking of my pocket.
Why? Kendrick is not the new gen. I talked about this in my last live stream with, the FD Signifier video. Kendrick ain't new gen. Vince Staples, Dirk. This is like people who've been out for 15 years already.
I need you guys to understand, bro. I know hating Kendrick is cool now because he's super mainstream and popular these days, but here's the thing. He's just the best, and it's not even really close. He just
the best at what, though?
Has everything. There's no weakness. His bag is too deep. And how can I go the whole video without mentioning Prime Eminem? Emphasis on the Prime.
Nah, I would never diss my own mama. Just
yeah, Prime M. Kendrick is up there. Lupe up here too, though.
get recognition. Take a second to
Nas is up here.
listen. Who you think this record is dissing?
Hey, we got one. We got us one. Shit, this is timeless excellence, unchallenged by any critic.
Tupac, I might even put Tupac level 7 too. Tupac had a bag. His bag was deep.
Or detractor. In 100 years, when the history of hip hop will be entrenched in school.
He said Jid is new gen, barely. I don't know. I heard that when did the Never story come out? I feel like it's been 10 years for Jid. That's the first thing I heard from him. And I heard of him before that because he was either Earth Gang or some other group. Yeah, 2017. So next year will be 9 years. Jid is not new gen either. Yeah, the DiCaprio EP was 10 years ago. What came out before that with Jid? Yeah, the Earth Gang stuff. Yeah, the Spillage Village is what it was called. Yeah, Jid is not, and Jid is like 34, ain't he? Jid is not new generation either. He's 34. He turns 35 soon.
School textbooks, these guys are going to be the first ones mentioned. If you want to find out what makes hip hop so great.
Oh, what do you say? I missed that part.
In school textbooks, these guys are going to be the first ones mentioned. If you want to find out what makes hip hop so
why the Biggie diss, the overweight? Yeah, the artists, the streets, the deep, the new gen. Yeah, I guess people are just going to forever see Kendrick as new generation. I think they're looking at it as in the context of the last great rappers, of the greats. And yes, Kendrick is the newest great, one of the newest greats. I think that's how they're looking at it. Yeah, the old school. Tupac is old school. Probably should have Rakim right there, though. Tupac was an elementary lyricist. Nah, Tupac had a bag, man.
Great and popular. Start by listening to one of them rap. You'll be a fan soon enough. But if you already are a fan of rap, it's time to find out what kind of fan you are. There's 7 types.
Okay, that was a good video. Shout out to Duplee. That was my first video seeing by him. Then he got 183K because he got a 1.5 million video. Shout out to FD mentioning me amongst Duplee. This guy is yeah, he got a bag. He got good editing. That was a good video. Yeah, thanks for the recommendations. Even though y'all forced me to do that. Y'all forced me to do this reaction. Let me go back and like the video.
I don't know.
I already did like it. Boom. So that was good. I enjoyed that. Who do you think will be the next great? I don't know. Doja Cat. I'm a Doja Cat stan. You know what I mean? Doja Cat is gonna be the next. There's not really no more new ones right now though. We need the new wave of rappers to come. Yeah, Jid makes Madden music. Madden music be trash. So I don't. The new Madden has some decent music on it though. I know some people who'd say Denzel Curry is the next truly great rapper. Denzel Curry's another guy. He's been in it almost 15 years. He's not next. His career is like almost like it's more over than it is to come. I would think. Like, is he gonna do like another 15 years rapping? Denzel Curry with Raider Clan and all that. This was like 2011, 2012. Sorry for the forced video. No. Thank you guys, Sammy and Mike Williams. Yo, y'all teamed up, forced me to do that. Salute. Lareezy, I feel like Lareezy got it. He just got to put out some projects, you know what I mean? You got to have good projects. You listen to Doja with your eyes. I'm actually not that attracted to Doja Cat. I don't find her like super attractive. Someone else told me that too. I was like, do you find Doja Cat? I don't find her like attractive like that. Like she's not, you know, she's no Pink Pantheress, as we say. What are Pink Panthers? For the underground, Mavi and Mike. Mavi been around almost 10 years. Mike definitely been around 10 years. You know, they're not next. I'm just saying, like, they're not like the new generation or anything like that. Denzel was in the 2016 class and made way more music before that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Denzel Curry comes from, I'm pretty sure, the Raider Clan, Space Ghost Perp. Like, the Raider Clan and Space Ghost Perp predates A$AP Rocky. That's before A$AP Rocky. That's who A$AP Rocky was inspired by. That's how long Denzel Curry been going. He was in the 2016 XXL class, but I probably heard Denzel Curry for the first time like 2012, 2013, something like that. He's lukewarm. He got some, Denzel got some stuff. It just got to be your style of rap. You got to be into that type of thing. When Kendrick is done, whether right or wrong, he'll be seen as the GOAT. I agree with that. I've always felt, since To Pimp a Butterfly, for me, I was like, I don't know how anyone can make the case that Kendrick is not one of the top 10 greatest rappers of all time. At To Pimp a Butterfly. Like, it's going to be hard to deny this, especially if he keeps dropping good albums like this. Like, I don't see how anyone can deny it. X and Juice could spit and connect with the youth. They were the next greats before they died. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, Mike's not blowing up in the mainstream at all. The closest Mike will get to blowing up in the mainstream is like via Earl Sweatshirt. Yeah, Pink Pantheress, low-key a heater. Got a girl next door vibe. Let's end the stream on some Pink Panthers. Yeah. Yeah, how old is she? Okay, yeah. Old enough. Yes, sir. Yeah. Pink Panthers, homie. Peggy is a great producer, but he's pretty average based on pure rapping ability. Are you talking about JPEG Mafia? Kendrick can have the West. We need more coming out the West, right? Kendrick is my GOAT and has been since I was 15. Kendrick, I would say at To Pimp a Butterfly, I was like, yeah, there's just no way we can deny that he's in the top 10. Doja's dope. Did you review Scarlet? Keep the good work. You do great unbiased videos. I appreciate it. And yeah, I did review Scarlet when it came out. I might have done a reaction, actually. I don't know if I sat there and reviewed it, but usually on my reactions at the very end, that's like my final thoughts, which is my review. Yeah. Scarlet full album reaction. Oh, I did review it right here. Boom. Big Doja does it again. So yeah. Yeah, someone's like, yo, Doja, like you're listening to her with your eyes. I don't like find Doja Cat particularly attractive at all. I mean, she's not an ugly chick. You know, I like her music. I think she's dope, a dope artist. Yeah, Cardi B just remixed Jay-Z. Yeah, you missed it. Watch the beginning of the stream because I went and I have a video of the Cardi B Imaginary Players reaction, but I just couldn't drop it because of copyright. But I did go over the video in the very beginning of this stream. So anyway, thank y'all for joining. That was a good stream. Y'all forced me into doing the Duplee video, but it was a good video. So respect to y'all for making me stay up. Because your boy was about to go eat and take a young nap. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's all I got for today. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. This is top5rapwebsite.com. Peace. Oh, I forgot my button doesn't work. Hold on. We got to click the stream ending. Let's try that again. top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.